the war ended in 1865, there were sections of the land where passions were still flaming in 74. And Wyatt Earp, as Marshal of Ellsworth, Kansas, finds himself embroiled with cowmen of strong, strong views about that war.
Oh, Marshal Earp! Marshal Earp!
Here, wait a minute.
You stop it! Stop it! Stop it,
No, Mrs. Danaher. Hold it! I'll shoot the next man that moves. You're all under arrest. The law says you gotta check your guns, and you all know that. Mike, take the guns and start into jail.
All right, everybody put their guns on the table here.
Move. Move.
Oh, I'm much obliged to you, Mr. Earp. 5 minutes more and they wouldn't have left me anything.
They'll have to pay for it, Mrs. Danaher.
You go on and help Mike take him to jail.
Yes, let's go.
A sherry, Mr. Larson. I know you don't drink, Marshal, but a bit of wine would calm my Irish temper.
What started all the trouble, man?
They're still fighting the war between the states. All those cowhands were Southern men. They wanted me to move General Lee from my parlor in here.
General Lee?
Oh, a picture of him.
Oh.
They called her a traitor.
You better clean up.
Yes, ma'am.
I can't understand it, Mr. Earp. My dear departed husband was a Confederate veteran. He died last year, God rest him. Len wanted to forget the war. So do I.
Well, ma'am, folks aren't all that sensible.
But these men that drive the cattle up from the south, they still carry the stars and bars. Why is that?
Well, some of our Yankee politicians weren't good winners. They rubbed it in everywhere they knew how. Give a cowhand a pint of whiskey and, well, he starts remembering his grievances.
But am I the one to pay on that account, Mr. Earp?
No, ma'am. I'll collect the damages for you. Mr. Lyson?
Yes, sir?
How much do you think it'll cost to put this place back into order?
Oh, 2,000 or 3,000.
3,000, huh?
Oh, don't be asking a Swede. 1,500 is the Irish of it.
Mrs. Danaher, this is business.
1,500, Mr. Earp.
I'll see that you get it. I'll have a talk with Judge Miller.
Lord love you, Mr. Earp.
Good day, ma'am.
All right, men, stand up. Judge Miller.
Take your hats off.
You men are charged with drunkenness and malicious destruction of property. I suppose that's your idea of fun, wrecking a poor widow's only inheritance.
Now, just a minute, Judge. We got something to say here about this.
Order in the court. Marshal Earp, what's your recommendation here?
I think between them they ought to be fined $1,500. Stay in jail until they pay it.
Oh, sure. That's Yankee justice.
Order. The court finds you $1,500 pro rata. You'll be held in jail until payment. Deputy Teague, remove the prisoners.
All right, man, this way. Come on.
Marshal Earp. This is Marsh Murdoch, a newspaper man from Wichita. We've been friends for a long time.
Oh, Mr. Murdoch.
Glad to know you, Mr. Earp. I came here on business.
Mighty important business for you, Wyatt. It's such an opportunity that I can't stand in your way. I'll see you later, Marsh. And I hope he turns you down.
I hope not, Ed. Miller seems to think you're going to be the best marshal in the West.
Well, Ed's my friend.
Your friend, but also a newspaper man. We learned to size up men pretty well. I'll come to the point. How would you like to be marshal of Wichita?
Wichita? That's a mighty big job.
Too big?
Well, I don't know. Wichita ranks with Dodge City for size and trouble.
It'll be worse when the railhead moves in. Laying all my cards on the table.
How'd you happen to hear about me?
You're better known than your modesty allows you to think. But what really brought me here on the run was a chance remark in Ed's last letter.
Oh?
He said you know how to handle Southern cowhands.
Well, I have had to make quite a study of them, but Mr. Murdoch, I always think better when I'm walking. Would you mind getting loose, son?
Not at all. Good idea. You know, getting along with Southerners is our big problem, Mr. Earp. Bill Hickok let some Texas men run it over him last week and had to quit. And with Sheriff Smith retired, we have to start all over.
Well, I heard that Hickok's a mite too quick on the trigger.
While Bill didn't have the intelligence to reason with cowhands, he shot him.
Well, they take a lot of patience. I can't say I'm any too well liked by him.
No Northern peace officer is going to be liked. The best he can do is convince the Johnny Rebs that he means to be just and fair.
Well, that and understanding their pride.
Pride?
Yeah, it seems to me that's the key to it. Just about all the war left him was their pride.
That's true.
You've heard folks speak of it as a foolish pride, but, well, I've never held for that. See, I got two brothers that fought for the North. They tell me the Southerners have every right to be proud. They fought real well.
They sure did.
When I took this job here, I made up my mind I'd never shoot a cowhand if there was any other way out of it.
You mean there are other ways?
Well, I hit him with my fists a little, or buffalo him over the head with my gun barrel. It's a lot more effective than shooting him.
You take an awful risk, though.
Well, you buffalo a cowhand, and all he has is a headache. But if you shoot him, well, a lot of fellas can say to themselves it wasn't a fair fight, and then they lay for you.
Well, you're right. What happens if the cowhands decide to stay in jail? Who's going to pay for that work?
Well, then we'll all chip in. But I think they'll pay for it.
What makes you so sure?
Well, a cowhand hates to spend much time in jail. It hurts their pride.
What happens if they can't raise the $1,500?
Well, then their bosses will pay for it. Hurts their pride, too.
Pride? I never thought of the cowhand problem in just that way. You're the man for the job in Wichita. We can pay you $250 a month. Nominally, you'll serve under the new Sheriff Todd. But you'll be in charge of law enforcement. Well, what do you say?
Well, that Masterson will want to come with me, but he's going to have to go to school. Ed Miller isn't too happy about my leaving.
No, but he realizes with the railhead moving on to Wichita, this town will change from a cowhand whoop-de-doo to a normal community.
Well,
You Wyatt Earp?
that's right.
Where's Judge Miller?
Who are you?
Rams is the name. Kirby Ramsey. You got some of my men in jail. We want to talk to you and the judge in private.
All right. First, you ride over to the jail and check your guns with my deputy.
I think not, sir. How's that for Yankee impudence?
There's nothing Yankee or impudent about it, Mr. Ramsey. It's a city ordinance.
Why, of all things, aren't you Captain Ramser?
Madam?
You wouldn't be remembering me? I'm Mary Donaher, Len's wife.
Oh, yes. Running this tavern, I believe.
I was, Captain. But a bunch of pesky cowhands just about put me out of business this morning.
Heard about that. Turned Yankee lover, didn't you?
Why, Captain, you and my husband were great friends. You were his captain. Well, you know I wouldn't... It's very welcome you are. You and your friend. I'll light down and...
Oh, thank you. Good day, madam.
Hold it.
I meant what I said about the guns.
All right. Find Judge Miller. We haven't any time to waste.
I'll be apologizing for the captain, Mr. Earp. He never used to be like that.
It's the captain that should apologize to you, man. Well, I gotta go find Ed Miller, see what this is all about. Excuse me.
There's a limit to our patience, Miller. This town has lived off us Southerners. Lived well. And in return, you all hired this fellow Air Pierce Marshal. And you did it knowing that he hates all Southern men.
Quite to the contrary. Wyatt Earp is...
I'm not here to argue with you. I'm here to tell you.
Oh?
We want those cowhands released. And no nonsense about $1,500 fine. The Danaher woman got just what she deserved for turning Yankee.
That's a stupid lie.
What did you say?
I called you a stupid liar. Now, Wyatt,
made us check our guns. Now understand why.
Gentlemen.
Don't call him a gentleman. He's a liar and a fool.
Why, you...
I'll tell the judge what you really want.
We want you fired. We'll give you just 6 hours to get out of town. You want to hear the rest of it?
I do not.
Well, you'll hear it anyway. If Air Pierre hasn't left Ellsworth by 5 o'clock this afternoon, we'll run him out. And if we have to do that, we'll burn this town to the ground. All of it.
You cross our city limits and there'll be a fight.
Get rid of Air by 5 o'clock this afternoon.
The Civil War all over again.
Oh, maybe not, Ed.
Ramser wasn't bluffing.
No. But how many gunfighters can he raise? You know anything about the captain?
He's a hot-headed professional Southerner. He owns a big cattle spread in North Texas. He can hire plenty of gunfighters in the camps.
Well, shall I let him run me out of town?
This is serious, Wyatt. We'll need to arm at least 100 men. Get the women and children to
Now,
safety.
hold on, Ed. You may be overestimating the captain. Now, there must be another way to handle him. Is that the picture that caused all the trouble?
General Lee, God rest him.
Was he really better than President Grant?
Well, if he'd have had the same number of men and equal equipment, he'd elect us.
Why, Mr. Earp, you admit it.
Well, it's just my personal opinion, ma'am. I'm not a military expert. But going way down to the line to Captain Ramser, what do you know about him, Mrs. Donaher?
Well, you can tell us, Mrs. Donaher.
Ramser's given me until 5 o'clock to leave town. If I don't, he says he's going to run me out and burn Ellsworth.
Just joking you are.
Nope.
And it's all true. And a plague on that man. Him that was me own Len's captain and a great gentleman. He loves the South. It's more hate than love, Mr. Earp.
You think he's a fanatic?
Daft. Poor, wicked man. A great worshipper of General Lee. Yet he doesn't know that General was always praying that the North and South would live together like brothers, to forgive each other for what's past. I'll bet that Ramser doesn't even know the date of General Lee's birthday, or even his middle name.
Let's see. Robert Edward Lee, born January 19th, 1807. Have I got it right?
Go devil and come St. Patrick. You certainly have. Is there anything you don't know, Mr. Earp?
Well, Lee just happens to be one of my heroes. But I don't know much about Ramser. You think he was bluffing?
Was he cold sober when he threatened you?
Hmm.
Then you'll be after trying it, Mr. Earp. And don't take him lightly.
What kind of a following could he have?
A few friends and a lot of money.
And there's hundreds of Southern men in the cattle camps right now.
Yeah. Mr. Masterson, I got a job for you.
Yes, sir.
I want you to take your horse and scout the camps. See if you can pick up a line on Ramser in a couple of hours.
Oh, but Mr. Earp, if they catch him spying, he might get hurt.
Don't worry, they won't catch me. Mr. Earp's learning me to be a marshal.
Teaching me. When we get you into school, they'll pound the difference into you. Now, there are 2 things I want to know quick. Is Ramser coming at 5 o'clock, and with how many men?
Yes, sir, I'll find out.
Mr. Earp, a strong sense of justice has bedeviled us Irish from the start. Why should you, who've refused to gun so many cowhands, be put among their enemy?
Well, it is kind of mixed up, isn't it?
Oh, it truly is. You being the kind of man you are, Ramser can't chase you out of town. And yet if you stay, there'll be a bloody battle. And that none of your making.
Well, maybe Ramser will change his mind.
Would you approve of my driving out to the camps? I'd have no influence on Ramser, but I do know a lot of cowhands.
Ma'am, it's good of you to offer, but no.
You'll hide behind no woman's skirt.
Well, I'm not wounded and down to my last cartridge yet.
Too bad. It was a silly whim of mine. Think nothing of it. I'll go count my liquor bottles.
Number 8, that's birdshot.
That's right.
What's the idea, Wyatt? We ought to use buckshot or slugs.
Well, I haven't heard from Bat. Ramser was coming in for us, we'd have heard talk in the nearest camp.
So?
Well, either he's not coming at all, or he'll make some fanatical Johnny Reb move with just a few men.
Well, you haven't been wrong yet.
Of course, we could always meet Ramser with a posse, Ed.
I heard about that posse ride to Bushwhacker, Ed.
This time I could be right.
Yes, you could. But if Ramser's coming with a small army, we haven't got enough to fight. If he's only going to come with a few men, then we can discourage him with some birdshot.
I still say Ramser needs a double dose of buckshot.
What do you think, Mr. Murdoch?
I'm afraid I must agree with Mr. Earp. Killing Ramser might bring the whole Southern Army down on you.
Thank you. Oh, just one more thing, you all Yankees. Be careful not to hit the horses. I never did meet a horse yet that cared a whinny about the Mason-Dixon line.
I found this tacked onto the crossroads sign down at the corners.
Miller, tell Earp I'm giving him until 6 a.m. tomorrow to leave town. Kirby Ramser.
Just a bragging faker.
He talked too much for a real Johnny Reb. The real one's just come a-shooting.
I don't know. Might have taken him longer than he figured to get his crowd together. Well, Bat should have been back here by now. I don't like it.
You think Ramser might come in this morning?
Well, Bat can tell us that. If they haven't caught him.
Almost 5 hours of waiting. Afraid something happened to that boy.
What's going to happen at sunup? Hope he can handle these cowhands.
Well, we've armed about 50 men.
Earp can't ask you to risk a whole town for him.
He won't run. If he did that, it'd be no use to you in Wichita.
Or anywhere else as a law officer. I like Earp. Hate to see him lose his big chance in Wichita. Lose his reputation or his life. And through no fault of his own.
Why must you hurt so? Bat's a smart, handy lad. He'll take care of himself.
This is down to her. I sent him out there.
They say a woman's lot is hard. But a woman can weep and be no smaller for it. A woman can have fear and run, and it's expected of her. But you men, must you be held by courage till it's the death of you?
I'm going to go out and...
Oh, God, no, heavens, no.
Mr. Earp.
Mr. Masters.
You all right? A couple of Ramser's men caught me spying on him. I found out what you wanted to know, sir. Ramser's coming at sunup. He's hired all the top guns. We'll have to find him with every man we can get.
I'll get my medicines.
He's coming with Maynard Clements, John Wesley Hardin, Curly Bill, Ringo, and the Claibornes.
All right, just rest yourself. Don't talk anymore. Put your feet up. Ed, I want you to call off the fight.
You're leaving town?
Ramser wants me. It's my fight, not yours.
I know Clements and Hardin and the rest of them.
Are you planning to let them shoot you down?
No. Tomorrow's going to be General Lee's birthday. We're going to make it his birthday.
We are?
You think they'll respect that?
I don't know, but it's my only chance. Give me a break, Ed. Call off the fight and keep everybody out of it.
All right, Wyatt. Come along, Marsh. We'll pass the word.
Well, good luck to General Lee. And you.
Thank you.
I have some arnica and a towel and...
He's asleep. Go get me some hot water.
Morning, Captain.
What is this?
You can read. It's the General's birthday.
I know that. But why would a blue-bellied Yank town in Kansas remember it?
Well, the general belongs to all of us, sir.
This is a trick. You're trying to hide behind General Lee. Talk us out of what we came here for.
No, Mr. Ramser, I decided to make my fight here. I thought that about 6 of you might like to pay your last respects to him.
What's holding us up?
Quiet back there. It's the General's birthday.
Whose birthday?
Lee, Robert E. Lee. You men will show your respect. And you'll show your respect.
Well, I'm always willing to do that, Captain. But I don't think the general would want my regard for him to put me at a disadvantage.
Your regard is an insult, sir.
Well, I didn't choose his birthday to bring in a bunch of hired killers to gun one man and wreck a defenseless town.
I thought Master Robert was born in October.
What's that all about?
They ain't sure this is his birthday, Captain.
The idiots. They think I don't know the date. They'll respect his memory. In review, forward! Ho!
I'll move away from the general's picture. Now it's a fair fight, the way he'd want it.
Commencing to learn something about Wyatt Earp?
I think so. The Wichita job is yours, Wyatt, and on your terms.
Thank you, Mr. Murdoch. I can accept it now with a clear conscience. I don't think you'll have any more trouble, Ed. But if you want me to, I'll stay.
No, Wichita is too big an opportunity for you, Wyatt. I think you should accept it. $1,500 from Ramser to Mrs. Danaher.
Oh, thank you. I'll take it on over to her. I'll see you both later.
Right.
Is that straight now?
Good and straight, just like him.
Mr. Earp, sir.
Yes, Mr. Masters.
How long do I have to stay in that school?
Till you learn the date of General Lee's birthday?
Well, I already know that. January,
19th, 1807.
That's it. Those ignorant Johnny Rebs.
Mr. Masterson, don't ever call them ignorant. No, they knew the main fact, that they loved General Lee. They were wise men.
God bless them all. You know we're going to miss you around here, Mr. Earp.
Thank you.
Won't you change your mind about Wichita and let me go with you?
Nope.
Why not?
Look, you want to be a marshal someday?
Sure.
Well, you're going to have to go to school in Topeka. And the first date I want you to learn and always remember is General Lee's birthday.
January 19th, 1807.
That's right. Remembering dates comes in mighty handy sometimes.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Long may his story be told.
summer of '75 was Wyatt Earp's second year as deputy marshal in the Trails End cowtown of Wichita, Kansas. During that first violent summer, Wyatt had grabbed the town by the tail and held it on the ground, while hundreds of armed and defiant cowboys from the cattle trails tried to keep it on the prod. But even though Wichita had learned to keep its hair slicked, Wyatt still liked to spend his mornings near the cattle pens, watching what might have drifted in overnight.
Hey, you, seen old man culling around lately?
No, and it ain't like him either. All summer long he's been meeting his herd. Always here to beat me for the best price.
And getting it, too.
Well, after all, he's my best customer.
You might as well be honest about it, Mr. Santel. Cattle kings don't come any tougher than old man Cullen. Good morning, Brad. Where's your father?
Selling a herd to the Army over at Dodge. He'll be back in a few days. Does anybody know Mr. Santel?
I'm Santel, boy. What's on your mind?
Well, I'm Brad Cullen. I'm trail boss of that herd there. I'd like to talk some business.
You?
Yeah, that's right, me.
It's one of Cullen's sons. He's got authorization to sell the herd. Why doubt him?
Well, no offense, kid, but I just couldn't imagine your old man letting anyone handle a sale for him. Am I forgiven?
Guess you want to ride into town, get washed up.
Well, after I talk business.
You fellas go ahead. I'll ride back with you when you get all done.
How many?
500.
That's closer to 4.
No, I said 500.
The lame and the blind ones,
Hey, what's that?
They've come a long way over grazed out lands and dried streams. I wouldn't call them prime beef.
Now, I'm offering you 500 prime beeves at 20 a head.
The market's glutted. Prices dropped to $10 a head. You can take it or leave it.
Now, look, mister, are you trying to take advantage of me? Because if you are...
Your old man will come gunning for me, Look, kid, your pappy don't scare me one bit. At least, so long as Wyatt Earp's close by somewhere to help me out.
I don't happen to be so lucky.
Oh. All right. Seeing as it's Cullen beef I'm buying, I'll make it 15.
Well, it's gotta be 20.
Believe me, kid, I'm not bluffing and I'm not gouging. Buying season's over. I'm being as generous as I can, and I'm doing it for you, not for that great hard rock who happens to be your old man.
Give me an hour to think it over?
An hour to see some other brokers? Sure. You won't get a cent over 10. I tell you what I'll do. I'll give you 3 hours.
All ready? How'd you make out with Mr. Santel?
He said the price is down.
That's true.
Oh, then I'm in for it. If I sell the herd short, Papa like they kill me. If I don't, he'll rag me and hound me till I feel like killing him. He can be a miserable man over money.
How old are you, Brad?
Going on 19.
Got you that, Buffalo. Why don't you just pack up and get out like your older brothers did?
Well, I'm the only one left. It's just me and Ma. I guess I'm the reason that she's staying around.
She asking you to?
Well...
Now you're fooling yourself. You're afraid of your old man, that's all that's troubled you. You're still a kid.
All right, I'll admit it. So I'm a kid. Okay, suppose I have your advice, Mr. Erb. What would you do if you were me?
Well, if I was you, I'd go into town, get myself a square meal, and I'd make up my mind and stand pat in my decision.
Oh, just as simple as that, huh?
Yep. Make up your mind to something. Being a man is just that simple. Come on, we'll go into town. you make out? Made up your mind?
Yep.
That's a heavy piece of paper to be carrying around all by yourself. Better ride out to your camp on Cowskin Creek, where you'll be among friends.
What's the matter? Aren't you my friend?
Well, that goes without saying, Brad, but that stuff's not. You, want me to hang on to it for you?
You know, the more you talk, the more you sound like my old man. The more you sound like him, the less I like you. Now, you just go ahead with your business. I'll take care of mine.
Okay, Brad. I guess you're the boss. I'll see you around.
Cards, please. 3 to you. 3, please.
1.
2 to the dealer. Quiet.
Thanks. How long's that been going on?
Started a couple of hours ago, right after you left.
Has he been buying?
No. Them's his original chips. For a kid, he's doing real good. Your bet.
I call.
50 better than you, mister.
I can't.
You took 1 card, I believe, didn't you, son?
You're supposed to follow the play, mister, not ask questions.
The young man raised you 50. Either put up or drop out.
You're too young to bluff, kid. But in case you are, I'm willing to pay to teach you not to. What have you got? Heart flush. You lose. Jack's full. Very nice. And I'll call. Aces. 7s and 4s. You win.
Where's your care to join me for a drink, mister? Huh?
No, thanks. How'd you come out?
I came out with nothing but my name, Mr. Earp, sir.
And you lost the whole check, $7,500?
Yep. But I admit to that with a certain pardonable pride.
What'd you figure you'd do? Get lucky and run that check up to what your father expected?
Yeah.
And you would have lied to him and told him you got more for the herd than you really did, is that it?
No.
You're even more scared of the old man than I thought. Well, now what do you tell him?
The truth. Just tell the truth.
In other words, you'd rather admit to being a bad gambler than a bad businessman, is that it?
Well, that's about it, Mr. Earp. Bad luck is all can happen to anybody. But a bad business deal, boy, that's stupid, unforgivable. Don't you ever darken my door again, son. Ah.
You better face up to it, Brad. You're Father isn't going to believe that gambling story any more than I do. You played for a sucker.
A sucker?
That's right, sucker. Even though your father'd rather admit to a bad business deal than being played for a sucker by two tin horns.
What are you talking about?
Those two gamblers, they play it like a partnership. If either one of them gets a good hand, they bet it up. If you get a good hand, they fold. Their winnings are big, yours are small. Percentage-wise, they get all the edge. Even you ought to be able to see who's going to come out the winner.
You mean they work together, they split afterwards?
Right.
They... Well, that means I've been robbed. Well, what are you going to do to get back my money?
Nothing. Foster and his friend didn't break any laws. I got no legal grounds to make an arrest.
But what they did was wrong, and you know it.
The whiskey's gone to your head. You better go back to Cowskin Camp where you can sleep it off. Come on, I'll take you there myself.
You're a coward, Mr. Earp. You're a protector of cheats and robbers. You're a big man with the 6-gun, too, aren't you? Well, would you just show me how good you are? Huh?
Well, that's not a very smart play, Brad. Throwing down on a man with a gun you're not used to. Now, let me have it. Come on. Come on, straighten up like a man.
Take a look at Brad, boys. He sure tied one on.
Yeah, and that ain't all. I was robbed, cheated, beaten up, and thrown in jail.
Robbed?
Yeah, that's right. Robbed. I was cleaned out. They took the check, the payroll, the money, everything.
Didn't you go to the law?
Of course I did. And I'm the one that gets thrown in jail. I'm going to put it to you straight. I'm for going back into town and getting what's mine. And yours. But I need help. Anybody want to volunteer?
My mammy always told me the good Lord helps those that help themselves. I'm with you, kid.
Always did want a chance to tree Wichita. Count me in, too.
Okay.
All right, we'll all join.
All right. Okay, come on, let's go then. Come on. Still here. Everyone keep their hands on the table. This is not a holdup. I was cheated at cards last night by these two men. All I want is the money I lost. Give me my check, mister.
Well, I don't have it here, son. It's locked up in the house safe in the back room.
Well, get in cash. $7,500.
I don't have that much on me.
You get it, Foster. I'm telling you, you get it from the other tables. I want $7,500 or I'm going to kill you.
That's $2,000, Mac. Consider it a loan. How much you got, Hal?
Yeah, let's see. Here's 5.
This will make up the rest of it.
Make it quick, gambler, or you'll lose some of them clever fingers.
There you are. gonna let him get away with this?
The charge is armed robbery. Is that right, Mr. Foster?
Armed robbery, attempted murder. Mr. Havisham was seriously wounded, you know.
There's no need to be so self-righteous, Mr. Foster. Your neck's not as clean as it could be either, you know. You cheated that kid the same as if you'd stacked the deck.
If you think I've done anything illegal, why don't you arrest me?
Well, sometimes there's a better way to take care of men like you.
What are you up to, Earp?
Well, I'll tell you this much, Mr. Foster. I'll arrest Brad Cullen and his punches as your request and bring him to trial. But by the time this is over, the whole town will know how you and your friend operate. I may not be able to touch you legally, but the average citizen still has a sense of fair play.
These warrants are ready to sign, Mr. Foster. Right on this line, please. How many more men will we need, Wyatt?
I'll make the arrest myself.
You can't go into that cow camp alone.
Well, I'll tell you, Sam. Brad Cullen and his men aren't hardened criminals. The best way to handle a thing like this is to treat it like a family quarrel. All right, Mr. Foster. Let me have the warrants.
It'd be mighty convenient if one of Brad's cowboys dropped him, wouldn't it?
Are you out of your mind, Foster?
No, but I'm thinking about who'd be getting blamed if Earp was found dead between here and Cullen's ranch. We made it. He's still a couple of miles from camp. Between us, we'll get him.
Wanted to help. Well, then head back to town.
We better do what he says. If Earp didn't want us alive to make a point, he'd drop us here.
We'll do what you say. When you get to Wichita, keep on going.
Hey, Brad.
Who is that, son? That's, Wyatt Earp. You stay where you are. I'll talk to him.
Morning, Mr. Cullen.
Morning, Wyatt.
See, you got here a little ahead of time.
An hour ago. We're, just about to pack and head south. What's on your mind, Wyatt?
I got warrants for the arrest of Bradshaw Cullen and 6 John Does for the cowhands who helped him hold up the Texas house this morning.
Why, he was just taking back the money that he'd been robbed of.
Seeing as how the law wouldn't give him a helping hand.
How did Brad tell you he lost some money in the first place?
Well, he had a few drinks, played some poker. He said he lost quite a sum of money before he found he was being cheated. He said you wouldn't even listen to it. You're not arresting anyone from this camp, Wyatt.
I'm arresting your son and 6 cowhands, Mr. Cullen. Now get out of my way. Brad, tell him the truth. You'll never get another chance like this one.
What's he talking about, son?
Oh, yeah, he's just stalling, Pop. You watch him now.
Your son's a liar, Mr. Cullen.
Get him, Brad, get him! You ought to drop, you fool. Why don't you shoot?
He couldn't shoot me last night when he was drunk, and he can't shoot me now when he's sober. Because he knows he's wrong. It's hard to kill a man when you're wrong, isn't it?
Thanks. Pop? I lied, Pop. I sold the herd short of what you wanted and tried to make it up gambling. The rest is like I told you.
You sold the herd?
That's right. The funny thing is, I'm not afraid to admit it. Not now. Not anymore. I was a coward, a liar, and a thief. I was all that just to please you.
What kind of a son are you? What are you talking about?
You'll never do this to me again, Pop. I'm not coming home anymore. Mr. Earp, I'll go saddle me up a horse and then we can go. Now, you don't have to take the other boys in. They didn't know the truth. I'm the only one you want.
I don't understand, Wyatt. My sons. 3 of them now. Gone. I work my fingers to the bone to give them a future. And they leave. Tell me why, Wyatt. I don't understand.
I guess that's been the trouble, Mr. Cullen. There comes a time when a young fella has to move out. Learn to be somebody all by himself. I guess you just never learned when to let go. Where's Foster and his friend?
They rode out for Dodge early this morning. I left this for you. It's that check of young Collins. He said they wouldn't hold any charges against them if you'd return their money. And they wish you to return the compliment and leave them alone if you ever meet up with them again. Left their forwarding address on the back.
Huh? Thank you, Judge.
Wait, I'll have one with you.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Long may his story be told. Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame.
When cowboys were robbed and murdered for money won at the Keno House, Wichita's popular Cowtown casino, they became suspicious of the owner and his gamblers. To find out who was trailing and robbing the cowboys, Wyatt Earp began making the Keno House his special beat.
Everybody drink Frank!
Evening, Wyatt. I was just about to send for you.
Got a heavy winner, huh?
Yeah. Puncher named Roy Blake. Just cashed in over 1,000.
You talked to him?
Didn't do any good. Said he could take care of himself. Said he'd like to see any Wichita stick-up artist try to take that money off him.
Hey, Roy, what are you going to do with all your money?
I'm going to take it back to Texas. That's what I'm going to do.
Oh, real patriotic! Oh, hey, quiet. Roy himself has got a few words to say.
I'm going to spend this money on breeding stock. I'm going to give myself a spread of my own.
Hear that, boys? Let's think through a future cattle king.
Future cattle king.
Oh. I don't want no more to drink. Better be getting back to camp.
Sure, Simp here and me will come right along. See that you get back safe.
Yeah, sure.
Shorty. Simp, old friend, I don't need no help. I can take care of myself.
No, you're carrying a payload. You need protection.
I need protection, boys. I have to have a bodyguard for all this money I want. Frankie, good luck, boys. Break the bank.
Watch it, boy. This one I'll watch myself.
Real pals, real friendly. That's what I'm gonna have. And here's my old pal. Oh, I'll buy a drink for your horse. Come on, get out of here. Let's go out to the ranch. I'm gonna buy something for everybody, boys. Come on, Sim, let's get up there. Rock riders, let's go. Come on, let's go. Get out of there.
Morning, Marshal. Morning.
Yes, you're up early.
I haven't been to bed yet. Been riding trail on a lucky cowhand.
Oh, Blake?
Yep.
Yeah, we weren't at the Keno House, but we heard about him.
Yeah, I figure he's safe now. He's across the creek.
Must have reached camp and broke the news.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'll see you boys back in town.
Marshal!
Blake's been killed. That's the shots we heard when we was talking. You seemed kind of interested a while ago, Marshal, so I thought maybe you'd like to see for yourself.
Come on, show me.
Come on.
Where'd you find him?
Marshal was showing considerable interest a while ago. I let him see for himself. Got any idea who might have done him in, Mr. Earp?
Aren't you the two who left town with Blake?
What do you mean by that, mister?
Simp, I'll do the talking. Sure, we were with Blake. We rode this side of the creek with him. He headed for his camp, we headed for ours.
Did you hear the shot?
Sure. We hot-footed it back here and found him right where he is now.
You see anybody else?
No. Some of the rest of the boys started drifting up about that time.
I followed Blake as far as the creek. I figured he didn't need any more protection once he got the other side, among the camps, among his own friends. But the way things are beginning to look now, you boys are being bushwhacked by your own pals.
Thought you were here to help us, Mr. Earp. Sounds now like you're accusing us.
Why don't you go back to town where you belong? We don't need your help.
Well, whether you need it or not don't make any difference. You're gonna get it.
All right, Earp. Why don't you start off by trying to arrest me?
Simp.
You better take your friend down to the creek and cool him off.
For once Mr. Earp appears among us as a friend, least you can do is give him a chance.
Cody's right, Simp. For once, we'll have to assume the marshal's acting in good faith. What do you propose to do first, Mr. Earp?
I don't know yet. I'm not so sure I'd tell if I did. But so far, every man that's been murdered and robbed never had much of a chance to put up a fight. Every one of them got it closer to Cowskin Creek than they did to Wichita.
Meaning?
Meaning he must have thought he was among friends when he was killed. Think it over.
Mr. Earp here? Yeah, he's right over there. Mr. Earp? Remember me?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure, but I never did get your name, though.
Jeff Burns.
Please.
Could I see you alone?
Yeah, hey, fellas, let us have the room for a minute, will you?
Yeah, sure. Getting any place with the robbers?
No. That's probably because the Keno house hasn't dropped any jackpots lately.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. I got an idea.
Hmm?
It's simple. All you need is another big winner over there. If the bait's big enough, it ought to bring the robbers out.
Yeah, well, I thought of that, but trouble is I can't find anybody to qualify for the job. Anybody from town look just like what it is, a setup. Needs a trail riding cowhand.
I know. That's why I'm volunteering.
Why the sudden change? The other morning at the creek, I had a feeling the boys were suspecting me.
Well, I guess we feel about it like this. Fighting cowmen might come pretty easy to you, Earp. But robbing them, well, that's something else again.
Thanks.
Welcome. How do I get the job?
You know what you're getting into? Those killers never leave any witnesses, you know.
Earp, just like you, I figure these killers are in our camp. And to me, that's worse than if some Yankee were taking us. It's like treason. You want to get your bare hands on snakes like them.
Okay, Callahan, you got the job. Let me give you a warning. Don't tell anybody about this.
I won't.
I mean that. You understand?
Sure do. I really do.
Seven wins.
Seven again. Well, I guess I win again.
It's your night, Jeff. It sure ain't mine.
I'm making no apology, Shorty. It's been a long time coming.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Feel kind of sorry for that cowhand. Came in here in his first drive this spring and almost broke the bank. Been trying to repeat it ever since. Beats me, though, where he catches the money to keep trying. Evening, Wyatt.
Mr. Rupp. You all set?
Yeah. He'll be cashing in soon. When he does, he'll be paid off with the marked money.
You win again.
Well, that's it, dealer. I think I'll quit while I'm still ahead.
Your lucky night.
Big winners, huh?
You bet. Those are not all the chips he's cashed.
That's what you get for being lucky.
Wyatt. I'm just lending this money in the interest of clean government. I expect it back.
I'll do what I can, Mr. Rupp.
Well, what if things go wrong?
You mean if the robbers do get away with it?
Yeah, who's going to pay?
Guess I'll just have to spend about 5 summers working it out.
Thank you, cashier. Thank you very much. Come on, boys, step up to the bar. Name it.
Come on. Let's have a drink whenever you want.
My money.
How about a drink, Mr. Rupp?
Oh, thanks.
Everybody.
Shorty,
Yeah?
you lose all the money tonight?
Difference does it make? We'll have some more pretty soon.
Thinking all the money we'd have if you wasn't gambling all the time.
Shh. Here comes somebody.
How do we know Jeff's gonna be alone? Maybe we should have robbed that one.
Because he wasn't with his bunch tonight. He was by himself. Chances are he'll ride back to camp by himself. You got something better to do, maybe?
I didn't mean nothing, Shorty. Stop picking on me.
And stop being at me.
That looks like him.
Well, we're going to make sure. Get off your horse.
Why?
Get off! Sam, you stay here and keep me covered. That's you, Jeff?
Who is it?
Shorty Dawson.
In trouble?
Simp's horse. He's got the colic or something. You know anything about sick animals?
Not much.
All right, get your hands high and away from your gun. Simp! Get his gun. Okay, Simp, get him off the road. Get over there! Hey-ya! Sorry to trick you, Jeff, but we mean business.
Yeah, I see you do.
Get down. All right. Put the money in these saddlebags.
I've seen some pretty low humans in my time, Shorty, but this beats them all.
Yeah, it takes all kinds, don't it, Jeff? Search him, Simp. Make sure he didn't miss anything.
Ain't nothing left.
Simp here is always wanting to be a gunman with a big reputation. Only he ain't fast enough. But he gets a big boot out of pretending he is. With me, it's different. I don't like killing. It's all yours, Simp. See you up the road. One again, eh, Simp?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, right through the head.
You're improving. Well, let's get along.
I knew it. That other fellow heard the shooting.
All right, get off the road and head for camp. Hey, yeah.
Horse left the trail here. Did you find Jeff?
Never seen it.
Oh, you check the trail up there. I'll get into this. Come on.
Glad to see you alive and kicking, Jeff. How bad is it?
All he lost was some hair. The bullet knocked him out.
Well, the one I was after stopped running, played it smart. I figured I'd better check with you and then take up the trail first thing come daylight.
Well, you won't have to look very far. Shorty Dawson and Sim Sheldon. If they think I'm dead, they'll be back in camp with their outfit same as usual in the morning.
Now, come on, we'll get you back to town and get a fresh start tomorrow.
When this outfit moves, me and Simp are going to move with it. Month's enough time to see the sights of Wichita and lose all your dough.
Yeah. Hey, who's that? I don't know. Middle one looks like Jeff Burns.
Sure does.
Here's
Jeff. Who's that other guy?
There they are, those two. Shorty and Simp. You, take their guns. They're under arrest. Those two robbed me last night and shot me up. They're the ones who've been knocking us cowboys off for the last month.
You're hard to convince. Take a look in Shorty's saddlebag. The money he stole is marked in the corners with Whitey Rupp's initials.
He's right. There's a WR marked in the corner.
Now take the guns like I told you.
Sure beats all, don't it, boys? Harboring rattlers right under our own blankets? Why, even a coyote don't hunt its own kind.
That'll do, Jeff. We come here to arrest him, not talk him to death. If the prisoners wouldn't mind, climb on your horses and we'll head back to town.
You're our game, Wyatt. You're not gonna have him. You know how I feel.
You'll have to swallow your feelings, Jeff. I'm taking them in. Get on those horses. Jimmy, start herding them back to town.
All right, hold it.
I think you know better than to make any gunplay, Jeff.
All right, Herb. But it's not because I'm afraid of you. It's because you're here as kind of a friend. And this cow camp, rough as it is home. And nobody likes to mess up his home with dead visitors.
I appreciate your hospitality, Jeff. Come on, get him going.
Herb! It's only fair to warn you. As soon as word gets around to the other camps about this, there won't be a jail big enough to hold them two. And we'll be coming in to get them.
I hope you don't. All there?
Oh, every dollar, Wyatt. I'm telling you, sir, every businessman in town ought to be grateful for what you've done.
Wyatt? The cowhands are gathering on the creek like they're fixing to raid the town.
Huh? Mr. Rupp, do you mind if I use your place for a meeting?
Meeting? What for?
I want to find out just how grateful you businessmen will be when I ask you to start shooting your best customers.
Well, what's up? What do you mean?
Thanks. Knew you wouldn't mind.
A meeting? Now, wait a minute.
meeting going on inside.
I don't see why we should run headlong into trouble. By your own admission, these criminals were caught red-handed. So let the cowhands have them. Above all, we don't want to bite the hand that feeds us.
Much as this town needs the cowhands' business, Wyatt's right. We can't let them put this over on us.
Look, when I first took this job, you offered me a posse and I turned it down. Now I need a show of force and I'm asking for it. Do I get it or don't I?
You know where I stand, Wyatt.
Me too. And I sure have a lot to lose.
How about you? How about the rest of the businessmen?
They're not here. I suppose that means they're on the fence.
Well, if I don't get enough men, I'll go out there alone. And gentlemen, if I do that, I'm through. I'll either resign or I'll be dead.
Which in either event will leave us entirely to the mercy of the mob. Is that what you men want? Then I'll close my newspaper as of now. The one record I'll never print is the day that Wichita turned yellow.
Now, just a minute, Murdoch. I didn't exactly say I wouldn't. Well, what are we waiting for? Come on, let's go talk to the rest of the businessmen.
Well, at least now we'll get an answer.
Hi, boys. Welcome to Wichita.
Stand aside, Wyatt. You know what we're here for.
Sure, I know what you're here for. You're here to have fun. That's exactly what you're going to get, Jeff. Any way you want it. And they're all your friends ready to give it to you. The merchants, restaurant owners, saloon keepers. Each of them with just one aim in life, and that's to give you gents anything you want. So it's up to you, Jeff. You and your friends.
What do you mean it's up to us?
Whether you come into town with guns or without them. If you want to come with them, you have to come shooting. Today you got a choice.
We didn't figure the whole town would turn on us, Jeff. This is different.
You heard the marshal. How do you vote?
No use running head on into a militia. Them two robbers just ain't worth the risk.
Everybody feel the same way?
Yeah! Come on, fellows, let's have fun.
Where do you want us to leave the guns, Wyatt?
Just drop your belts in the street, Jeff. You can pick them up at the Texas house on the way out of town. Come on, boys, give me a hand. After what just blew past, street cleaning's gonna look like nice, pleasant work.
You're so right,
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Long may his story be told. Why
Wild and woolly Wichita died hard. In the spring of 1876, Marshal Wyatt Earp believed the town was civilized at last. If he could get by one more cattle drive, the cowhands would move on to Dodge City, which was the new Gomorrah of the plains. But Wyatt discounted too much the forces of cowhand hatred and vengeance. A lot of men whom Wyatt had buffaloed or thrown into jail were determined to have one last fling in Wichita, come rain or snow.
Here, I help you, mister. Push. Oh, good. You try. How they feel, Mr. Earp? Too tired? They pinch?
No, that's just the... Well, it's the first time I've ever had on any walking shoes. I guess that's why they just don't fit right.
But you need walking shoes, Mr. Earp. When you're on horseback, the boot, sure. But the town is so quiet, you walk the streets like a big city cop.
Yeah, I know, Tommy. Well, it's the end of something. The end of all the bad old days. Imagine me pounding a beat.
You should be happy and proud, Mr. Earp. Wichita is now civilized. And you did it with fists and guns and brains.
Well, I just helped the folks out a bit. But mostly they did it themselves by insisting on a peaceful... Take care of my boots.
Don't lose your temper, Ori. Don't lose your temper.
I ain't bad, hon. I gotta start hitting them pretty soon.
No, Ori, please. Stop it. You don't know what you're doing. If Ori loses his temper.
Break it up. Break it up. Break it up. Break it up. Why don't you fight your own fight? Oh, Matthew.
Stop it, Ori. Put him down.
Throw him out the door.
Put him down, I said.
All right, hon. I only lost my temper for just a second, hon.
You want me to arrest him, Mr. Taylor?
No, he doesn't. Get out of here, all of you. That means you too, Mr. Earp.
Oh, Mildred don't mean that. You can stay. He's the law, and we make friends with the law. Is that what you told me, hon?
The law, yes, but not Mr. Earp. I'm sorry, but his cousins don't like you.
Oh, that's a secret.
It's all right. I know who your cousins are.
You do?
Mm-hmm. Man and Clements, Joe and Gyp Clements, John Wesley Harden, among others.
Doggone it, hon.
And you ran Manning Clements and Wes Harden out of Wichita. Well, the fat's in the fire, Ori. I guess we have to leave town.
Excuse me, that dinner roast of mine will burn. Excuse me.
Why do you think you're going to have to leave town, Mrs. Taylor? You started an honest business. You got a right nice place here.
Thanks.
Look, I'm not going to tell anybody about your family connections if that's what's worrying you.
The word will get out somehow.
What if it does?
Ori's the Clements. I got him away from them, but once folks know who we are, there'll be trouble. Once the Clements, always the Clements, I reckon. How'd you find out?
Your father wrote me.
Oh,
You want me to run Ori out of town?
that sounds like Papa. Well, why didn't you order us to leave?
Well, what he wants doesn't make any difference to me. Besides, folks can't always choose their relatives on either side. Now, you and Ori are welcome to stay here in Wichita as long as you obey the city ordinances.
That's mighty decent of you. How come the Clements talk so mean?
Oh, I don't talk mean, honey. I like Mr. Earp real good. You know, that roast of mine ain't even singed.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Maybe I'll stop back for supper.
Say, you be our guest. What I mean is, Mildred and me won't charge you nothing.
No, there was a fight at lunch, and there'll be another row at dinner. Some cowhand won't like the way Ori cooks, or he'll get fresh with me, and Ori will lose his temper, and then...
No, I won't, hon. I promised her if she'd marry me, well, there wouldn't be any more killings. I don't even keep a gun.
Well, you stick to that, Mr. Taylor. We're all trying to have a law-abiding town here in Wichita.
Yeah, that's what we heard.
I give you my promise you'll get police protection.
You gonna surround this place with deputies?
No, just myself. I'll stay out there in the kitchen where I won't be too obvious. I'll see you all later.
Oh, honey, Mr. Earp means it. Just think, I'll never have to lose my temper again. You call this good chow? It's hog slop.
Put that down.
Now, who threw that? I said, who threw it?
Well, I got my supper.
You get a mop and clean that up.
Use her, I'll use your head for a mop.
Now, Ori.
Oh, it's all right, hon. No temper.
Ori!
Yes, sir. I'll have roast beef, medium rare.
Yes, mister.
Now, let's all sit down and have a nice, quiet dinner.
Shall we?
Can I have a dustpan, please?
Who's he?
Oh, he's one of a bunch of drunken cowhands creating a disturbance outside that new cafe. It was pretty early in the morning. They were all standing out in front shouting at Ori Taylor to come on out and feed them breakfast. I just locked the rest of them up.
Any of them packing guns?
Yeah, this one was. That's why I kept him out here. I thought maybe you might want to talk to him.
No. Just book him on peace disturbance, threatening with a deadly weapon. Drunk on the streets.
All right. Come on. Inside. Come on. Come on.
I don't know why you're taking up for these Clements.
Ori and Mildred aren't Clements.
They're trouble, Wyatt.
Oh. Why should they be? She broke with her own father to marry him, and Ori wants to run an honest business. What's wrong with that?
Romantically, nothing. But practically, it's stirring up a hornet's nest. Why not let me print the fact that the Taylors are related to Manon Clemens?
I'd just as soon you wouldn't, that's all.
It'd stop the trouble in their cafe right quick if the cowhand show-offs knew who they were fooling with. What are you trying to prove, Wyatt?
I'm trying to prove it's a new Wichita.
What?
Oh, you know Taylor could keep order all by himself. He's strong enough to break the average man in half, and if he wanted a gun, he'd go get it. But that was the old Wichita, Mr. Murdoch.
Well, sure, Wyatt, but this is different. It's different.
Look, we all worked hard to build a police force, to convince the town that a man no longer has to protect his own life and property. The police force will do it for him. Now, if that doesn't hold for Ori Taylor, then we have nothing. We failed. If we admit that, then Wichita's going to slide right back where Dodge City is now.
Wyatt, there's more trouble down at the new cafe.
What's wrong now?
I don't know, but the woman sent word for you to get down there right away.
I'll see you later. Get a shotgun.
You let that man out, Ori. He'll smother in there.
No, Mr. Earp's going to settle this.
He can't settle it. The madder you make that man, the more apt he is to talk. Can't you see that, you big stupid?
Well, I don't care if he talks, honey. He threatened you.
He's just a town tough. He can't do... Ori put a man in the closet. He's got to let him out before he smothers.
Who started the row?
He called us Clements as he sawed my cousin man.
Let him out, Mr. Taylor.
But he said he'd gun me. And he said he'd gun Mildred, too.
I'll let him out.
Okay, if you say so.
Take it easy. You'll be all right, Jack.
You know him?
Jack Minto. I've had him in jail a couple of times.
Since when you pal up with Clemenses? You better stop that.
Ori!
You want a piece of this joint, Marshal? That's why you're giving him personal protection?
Right now, I'm protecting you.
From what? Ptomaine poison?
Now, look, you better get out of here and stay out.
I ain't scared of him. Or any of his murdering cousins.
Take it easy.
I swore I'd get Manon Clements. Any Clements will do. There, he threatened us again.
Now, just take it easy, Ori. Sit down.
Who is he?
He's a faro dealer, guard over at the Oriental.
Why is he so sore at Cousin Manon?
Well, when he gets drunk, he'll tell anybody that listens to him that Manon killed his brother.
Was that true?
I don't know.
But I never killed nobody. Why don't he go after Manon?
He's scared to, I think.
Oh, it's no use, Ori. We can't stay here. We'll have to sell out and move further west.
Guess so, hon, but it don't seem hardly fair. Why can't a man live in peace? I like to keep good control of my temper. I like to cook things real nice and watch folks sit down and enjoy themselves and eat, all friendly like. Mister, why can't a man do that?
He can, Ori.
No, he can't.
Now, look, don't worry. I'll run Minto out of town. Now, you two go on, prepare lunch for your customers. Hold it. Stay here. Your time's up, Minto.
What?
I'm doing you a favor. You better get out of town if you want to stay healthy.
You can't scare me. How much is that big idiot paying you to protect him?
You tired of living? You go against Ori with a gun, you'll break it over your head.
Sure. He stops bullets with his
Now,
little...
look, I don't want to see you in this town 6 hours from now. If I do, it's going to take all the splint stock Fabric can find to prop you up. Sorry I'm late, but my new walking shoes pinched me so bad, I had to put my old boots back on.
What do you make of this, Wyatt? Do you think Shanghai's having a little joke with us?
No. I figured the Cheyennes would want to have one last fling.
Goodbye, Wichita. Hello, Dodge.
Yeah, but as Shanghai says, if nothing happens to make them sore, well, they'll behave all right.
Something always happens to rile the cowhands. Shouldn't you swear in some extra deputies?
Nope.
Oh, yes. Now I remember. This is the new Wichita.
That's right.
Wyatt, I've been your friend a long time.
Best friend I got in Wichita.
I'd like to speak honestly. As a friend, a newspaper man. There'll always be trouble here. Cowhands hate you, and they hate Wichita for keeping you in office. They just don't realize or won't that you're not a killing marshal.
Well, I get offers every day from Mayor Hoover and Dodge.
You're not leaving. Well, that wouldn't end the trouble. The cowhands would still hate Wichita.
I'll tell you, Mr. Murdoch, nothing stays the same. The cattle shipping business has moved on to Dodge as far as this
Marshal Earp, thank heaven. Minto's hiding in an alley in back of our place with a gun.
Minto, I told him to get out of town.
Oh, hurry, or he might lose his temper, and then anything can happen.
I'm gonna wring your neck.
Stop it, Ori! Let go!
No!
Ori! Did that man...
No. I had to hit him. He wouldn't let go. Or he killed Minto.
He had a gun. It was self-defense.
But he hadn't drawn the gun.
Are you going to arrest Ori? I thought you were our friend.
Now, look, Mrs. Taylor,
Don't give me that law talk. I'm going straight to Cousin Mannon.
there's no need of that.
Yes, there is. You Wichita townies are all against the Clements. Oh, come on, hon. It'll be all right. Cousin Mannon will come and get you out.
That's for the judge to decide. Come on, Ori. Come on.
You looking for someone?
I'm Mannon's cousin Mildred. Where will I find him?
Right over there.
Over here.
You alone?
Yes. I know you don't like me, but Ori's in bad trouble.
How bad?
He killed a man. Wyatt Earp put him in jail.
Well, I'll be. He'd only do that if he lost his temper.
Minto was after Ori with a gun. It was self-defense, Cousin Mannon.
Ori's a maverick. Turned on his family. Married you.
Well, he's still your cousin. You're not going to let those Wichita townies lynch him.
Are you sure that's what they aim to do?
Of course they do. Earp pretended to be our friend, and then he said that Minto hadn't drawn his gun, and he took Ori for murder. You aim to stand by while they lynch your own blood cousin?
Well, no, I don't reckon I could do that.
Well, what are you going to do?
Busting Ori out of that Wichita jail is not going to be any picnic. I'll have to get a lot of boys.
But you will come and save him.
Well, not on your account. Now, you get along back to Wichita.
Yes, sir, Cousin Manor.
Quiet. Quiet. You here all alone? Yep. Where are all your deputies?
Out the edge of town waiting for Man and Clemens.
What about that lynch mob out there?
Don't worry about them. They won't start anything until they see what Judge Jewett does in court.
And what are you going to do?
Tell the truth.
What's that? Taylor murdered the man, didn't he?
Nope.
Wait, for heaven's sakes, he's a Clemens. Doc Fabrique tells me it was the most brutal killing he'd ever worked on.
I know. Come on, let's go to court.
Listen, Wyatt, the whole town's up in arms about this. You can't afford to side in with the Clements, with the cowhand faction.
I know I can't, but I can afford to tell the truth. Come on.
Proceed with your testimony, Mr. Taylor.
Well, when I saw him waiting for me in the alley, I kind of lost my temper. Hello, Mildred. That's my wife who just come in. She always warned me not to do it.
Not to kill Jack Minto?
Oh, no, sir. Not to lose my temper.
Oh. Is that all you have to say?
I reckon it is.
You may step down.
Oh, thank you, Judge.
Marshal Earp?
Yes.
You go ahead and lie about us and see how much good it'll do you.
Order. Quiet, young woman. Proceed, Marshal Earp.
Well, I haven't got too much time, Your Honor. There's a lynch party outside, and I think Man and Clements is on his way here with a gang of cowhands.
Does that disturb you, Marshal?
No, sir.
Good. And I think we have time for you to tell the court the whole truth.
Well, sir, in the first place, I can verify everything that Ori Taylor testified to. Minto did threaten to kill Ori. I was there. So I ordered Minto to leave town.
Millard says to hurry. White Earp's going to lie in court. The townies are all set to hang Ori after the judge sentences him.
How much time we got?
Not more than half an hour.
Give me the spurs.
And I think the only question this court has to decide is whether Ori had to kill Minto.
And what is your own opinion, Marshal Earp?
Well, sir, physically speaking, Ori did have the jump on Minto and could have disarmed him. But mentally speaking, Ori was in fear of his life. I don't think the law can ask a fearful and angry man like Ori to exercise calm judgment in a situation like that. My opinion is that Ori be found guilty of manslaughter and because of extenuating circumstances, be given a suspended sentence.
This court agrees with Marshal Earp and sentences the defendant to 1 year in jail. The sentence is hereby suspended.
Judge, does that mean I don't have to go to jail?
That's right. But I think Marshal Earp wants to keep you in protective custody for a short time.
Well, I think that would be better, sir. Would you take Mr. Taylor back to jail?
Mildred. Court's adjourned.
They took him to the jail. Let's get over there. Hold it.
thought you men wanted a civilized town. Well, you got one, whether you want it or not. Now, maybe you're the last of the old Wichita wild and woolies. Maybe you'd rather die than act decent. All right. All of you in favor of dying, make your play.
Only a handful. I said the whole town would be after Taylor.
Wichita's changed, Mr. Murdoch. But I doubt if Mann and Clemens has changed very much.
Why not turn Taylor loose? That'd satisfy Clemens.
Mann would just think I was doing that because I was afraid of him. I'm gonna go meet him.
You want to fight?
No, I want peace, Mr. Murdoch. Sometimes you can talk folks into being civilized. Other times you gotta use a gun. Pick one up. All right, man. You all set? Yeah. Got the shotguns loaded. Keep an eye out.
Wyatt, I may have done wrong, but I let Mrs. Taylor through.
How long ago was that?
15 minutes or so. She wouldn't say what her business was or where she was going.
She's probably going to tell Mannon that we're keeping Ori in jail. He's not going to like that.
We did that for Ori's own good.
You try and argue that with Mannon. I'm going to talk with this.
Wyatt, here they come.
All right, everybody keep down. Don't start anything until they do.
She says you told the truth.
I always try to do that.
She says you stood off a lynch party. You aimed to turn Cousin Ori loose from jail.
That's right.
The judge and you Wichita folks really gave one of us Clemenses a fair trial.
Yes, they did, Cousin Mannon.
Well, I'm mighty thankful to you, Mr. Earp.
You're welcome.
Me and the boys, we left our weapons back yonder. You reckon it's all right for us to come into Wichita?
Yep.
I don't suppose you'd take a bite to eat with us over at the Texas Hotel.
Well, thank you, Mannon. I'd like to do that. Mrs. Taylor, I'm sure that invitation includes you and Cousin Ori.
Well,
It's a family affair. You're kinfolk. Does seem like there's something more I could do.
There is. You can tell the cow camps that Wichita wants peace. They'd listen to you, Mannon.
I'll do that, Mr. Earp.
All right, everybody grab a box. Move them out of the way.
Mighty nice of you, Mr. Earp.
All right, yes, sit down.
How was dinner? Huh? How was Mannon?
Roast beef.
Hmm?
Well, he said he'd pass the word. He's got 37 cousins, and they in turn will pass the word.
Well, Wyatt, I guess you can move on to Dodge City with a clear conscience.
He said he couldn't guarantee that they'd listen. If they didn't listen, he'd gun them.
Well, that's one way to have peace.
Yeah.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail. Oh, Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Long may his story be told.
Put this mask on. You're riding with us. I said put it on. You've tipped off Wyatt Earp. You'll get your share of bullets. If nothing goes wrong in the holdup, then you'll be just like us, an outlaw.
Why don't you let Earp catch him red-handed, Dave?
Hey, it's an idea. The great Wyatt Earp catches his best friend, Bat Masterson, in a Santa Fe payroll robbery. All right, let's ride.
Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
The Life and Legend of Wyatt Earp, starring Hugh O'Brien. The friendship between Wyatt Earp and young Bat Masterson was a rough and ready alliance of startlingly dissimilar characters. It began with Bat's hero worship of the older and wiser Marshal Earp. It grew as Bat determined to follow Wyatt in the dangerous career of a Western peace officer. Wyatt had advised his young friend to go to school and choose some other business. Bat made a try at this while Wyatt was Marshal of Wichita. But when Wyatt moved on to Dodge City and gained fame as the first marshal who could hold his own with hoodlums of that rip-roaring cowhand capital, Bat Masterson was drawn to Dodge as by an irresistible lure. Whatever befell, he would prove to Marshal Earp that he had the makings of a great deputy.
Oh, so this is Dodge City, hmm?
Toughest camp of them all, man. But I'll keep an eye on you.
That's nice to know, Mr. Masterson.
I'll get the bag.
Oh, don't rush off, Miss Nellie. Well, your little brother can tote the luggage to the hotel.
Mr. Lukens, I thought I told you I didn't want to be bothered.
Oh, now, is that friendly? No, I can show you a good time. Oh, here, boy. Take that luggage over to the hotel, will you, for the young lady?
You.
Hey, you're right-handy with your fists. How are you with a gun?
Pretty fair.
Well, the next time I see you, wear it.
Come on, let's go to the hotel.
You do the same.
Come on, let's go. You told me you wanted a job with Marshal Earp. Is this going to help any?
Lukens asked for a gunfight.
I think you ought to talk to Mr. Earp first.
Wyatt. Your old friend Bat Masterson is in town. He just had a fist fight with a fellow by the name of Lucan outside the stage depot. They're going to shoot it out the next time they meet.
Were they fighting over a girl?
She's a real fairy belle, according to the stage driver.
Yeah, well, that's bad, all right.
I have a very nice room for you, southwest corner. Register, please.
All right.
Hello, Mr. Masterson.
Hey, Wyatt! Why, I meant to write you.
You never learned how to write. I say you got a little smear on your upper lip.
Oh, that's a mustache. Mexican style.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm so glad to see you, I plumb forgot. Miss Nellie, I want you to meet Wyatt Earp.
How do you do?
I'd almost decided to render the jail for you.
How's that?
Mr. Masterson here wants to gun a man.
Not unless he comes after me.
I'm afraid the gunfight's gonna have to wait.
Why?
Because you're under arrest, that's why.
Another joke?
No, I'd have a fine time with my enemies if I let my friends break the law.
Well, thank goodness. Look, there's a lot of things about this that I haven't told you yet. But I will later. Why don't you keep him with you a few hours? By that time, somebody else will probably shoot Lukens. It's been a real pleasure, Mr. Earp.
Do I have to put the handcuffs on you?
No, I'll go along peaceable. Climb stomach. And the first thing I do is get into a fight. Sure isn't a very good time to be asking you for a deputy's job.
So who's the girl?
Well, she got aboard at Abilene. We struck up a conversation, that's all. Look, I'm not the fool I used to be about women. I'm practically cured.
Oh, well, that's good. Are you still really serious about wanting that deputy job?
Yes, sir, I sure do.
All right. You do me a favor. Keep this in the gun rack.
Yeah, but what if Lukens comes after me?
Come on, act your age. You could shoot his ears off. You know that.
Well, yes, sir.
Now, when I go to see Mayor Hoover to get his approval on your deputy job, I'd look pretty silly trying to explain how you killed a man over a girl, wouldn't it?
I see that. How about the arrest?
That's first offense.
Thanks, Wyatt.
I'll let you buy me a dinner down at your hotel tonight.
I owe you a lot more than a dinner. Well, this is my lucky day, Mr. Dealer.
Fine, good luck. Your name Masterson? Yeah. Mr. Lukens was here, said he'd be back. Want you to wait.
I'm not frightened. Let's have a nice, quiet game of cards.
Fine with me.
You paralyzed all of a sudden?
Where's your gun?
It's in the rack.
Well, go get it. Or maybe you're too scared.
No. I just don't want any trouble.
Big talk. No fight?
All right. I'll meet you outside.
Look out!
You want any more? Hold it. I'm sorry, Wyatt. I tried to keep up, but he crowded me.
That's right, Mr. Earp.
It's not hurt bad. Couple of you men walk him on over to Doc McCarty's.
You sore at me.
I was on my way to see the mayor.
And now the deputy job's all off, huh? Well, come on, give it to me straight. Look, I'm not gonna beg you.
Mr. Masterson, the deputy can't afford to get mixed up with women and gambling. Now, if you hadn't gone over to Beeson's place to play fair, you might have kept out of Lucan's way.
And let everybody think I was afraid of him?
It isn't what everybody thinks. And you claim you want to work for me, so it's what I think.
Oh, and you're still my school teacher, huh? Well, I don't need any lectures about how I gamble or what women I run with. Forget the job.
Wait a minute. You shot Lukens in self-defense. But I think you acted like a trigger-happy brat.
My friend.
Who is it?
Hey, Pollock, open up.
It's kind of risky, isn't it?
I'd rather take a chance of moving during the daylight than being bushwhacked by some reward hunter at night. You need a drink?
It's on the bureau.
So that's the way it is now, huh? Little Nell ain't fetching drinks for her Davy boy anymore. Well, since it's going to be strictly business, we're hitting the Santa Fe payroll.
Yeah?
They bring $30,000 into this town every Saturday. But on what train, I don't know. Or how it gets out to the construction camp. That's your part of the job.
For how much?
The usual.
Oh, no. That won't be enough.
Won't it?
No. I'm not casing any more jobs for two-bit money while you throw away hundreds on her.
And which her is that?
On Blanche.
You listen to me. You give me any more trouble and you'll get a lot worse. Now, you be out the camp tomorrow night with the information I want.
I didn't keep you waiting too long.
If you'd gotten here any sooner, you'd have to use wings. I don't see any wings or any halo.
I've been around. Your message said you needed help. What's the trouble?
How do you stand with your friend, Mr. Earp?
Not good.
It won't last. You and I are going to have to cut him in on this pretty soon.
In on what?
I know how you can get your deputy job and a big chunk of money besides. Come on, it's safer to talk outside.
Wyatt? Mr. Kenton, Mr. Earp.
How do you do, sir?
Mr. Kenton is a detective with the Santa Fe.
Oh, how are you?
Mike worried. You got a reward sheet on Dave Pollock, his gang, the train robbers?
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Kenton thinks he saw Pollock in our town.
Yes, he visited Nellie Wright at the Dodge Hotel.
Miss Nellie, huh?
She used to be his girl. Maybe she still is.
Oh, sit down, Mr. Kenton.
And that's where you and Marshal Earp come in. I tell you the robbery setup, and you tell him. And I want 2/3 of the reward money.
I wasn't thinking about that.
Well, think about it, or there's no deal.
Turning in a hoodlum like Dave Pollock, you could get hurt.
So could you. That's another thing. I want Mr. Earp to promise to make a clean sweep of Dave and all his men. I'd kind of like to go on living.
Maybe it's too big a risk. White might not believe me. Anyway, how do I know you're going to stay hitched? You think you hate Pollock now? Just a cowhead. Don't get scared.
You're the one who's scared. All right. I'll tell Mr. Earp.
You go near Wyatt and Pollock will hear about it.
Dave's in a hurry. He's going to want to hit that payroll this Saturday. I'll meet you at the Long Branch tomorrow at 3. Slip you a note. That's the deal?
Yeah. Then I'll tip off Wyatt.
Okay.
Well, I'll have one of my deputies watch the girl, Mr. Kenton. If I were you, I wouldn't change any of my payroll delivery.
Well, do you think we can take Pollock if he rides in?
The main thing is not to scare him off.
One other point. What about young Masterson?
Well, Mr. Masterson is as honest as you are.
Thank you very much, Mr. Earp.
I thought you invited me to have dinner with you.
Why would I do that? We're not friendly.
Are you really that sore?
Yes, I am. Now get away from me, will you?
Well, let's have some fun, Ellie. Let's go dancing or something.
No, I've got to go in.
Oh, no, it ain't even 7 o'clock yet, Nellie. We're not even started
A lot
yet.
more than started.
You know, you're pretty cute, Nellie.
Stop it. You've had too much, Mr. Sprague. Now trot along home.
No, Nellie, I'd rather be with you.
Mr. Sprague, will you go home?
Nellie! So you're gonna be like that? Excuse me. Yeah, I'm gonna look for a little trouble. That's what I have to have, some trouble. What's going to happen to me?
Nothing. Come on, Mr. Sprague, drink your coffee.
I'll lose my job at the railroad.
No, you won't. Not if you tell me what you told that girl.
Well, I thought it was a joke how careless they handle the payroll.
Careless, huh?
They sure are. They put it in a gunny sack and just throw it on a wagon that hauls the grub to camp. Ain't that funny? Thousands of dollars rolling around on a camp wagon. That was the joke I told the girl.
All right. Now, you have nothing more to do with Miss Nellie, you understand?
Oh, never.
Al, do you want to take Mr. Sprague home?
Yeah, let's go home.
Yeah. What about Masterson? Shouldn't we pick him up?
I'll take care of that when the time comes.
All right.
Yeah, let's go home, huh?
Yep, we go home.
That'll take too long going home.
Won't you join us? Stay a while?
No, thanks. It's all there.
Gunny sack. In a camp wagon? You been followed?
Maybe.
Just one more question.
What?
One of my boys saw you talking to a young fella, Pat Masterson.
What about it?
He's a good friend of Wyatt Earp's.
They hate each other. If you don't believe me, have your boys ask around the saloons.
Maybe I will.
Go ahead, I don't care. Call the whole thing off.
No, it goes tomorrow morning, you hear me?
Oh, shut up. I'll be there. Come on.
Danny? We're not going to take a chance on Masterson. We'll take care of him tonight.
Good, Dave.
You want in on this, Bat?
No, I guess I better quit. I gotta see a friend of mine. Say, have you seen anything of Miss Nellie Wright?
Left before noon. Hasn't come back yet.
I'll drop around later.
You meet the Pollock outfit? Railroad detective's been waiting for you.
Mr. Masterson still in town?
Yeah, gambling at the Long Branch.
You missed her. She came in and then checked out in a big hurry.
Did she say where she was going?
Left you a note, but she didn't say where she was going.
You got a pencil?
Yes. There you are, young man. Right here.
Send this out to Marshal Earp at the jail, will you? Give the boy this. If Miss Nellie hired a rig, where's she most likely to get it?
Livery stable's right across the alley. You'll go out here and turn to your right.
Thanks.
And that...
And what right have you to assume that Masterson isn't in cahoots with Pollock? Isn't it logical he might
No,
have...
sir.
Well, why isn't it
Because
logical?
I trust him.
You trust him.
Now, look, I'm not going to arrest Mr. Masterson. I'm not going to ask him any questions. I wouldn't want him to doubt my honesty, and I don't doubt his.
Well, then where are we? How can we set a trap for Pollock if we don't know where he's going to jump the payroll wagon?
I sent for him.
Really, Earp, of all the stubborn, misguided loyalty to a wild young yahoo, I'm...
Excuse me. It's from Mr. Masterson. Says he'll see me later.
Now, this looks like a case plan for the holdup. What do you think, Mr. Kenton?
Little David's garden. Well, where's that?
It's about 5 miles out of town. It's a stretch of boulders and brush.
Well, we'll be there. Now, shouldn't we talk about the...
I'm going to try and find Mr. Masterson. Shall I tell him you'll apologize?
What?
He's just a punk. Sure you didn't make a mistake?
I made a mistake, all right.
Oh, how's that?
Wyatt Earp and I fell out. What am I supposed to know?
You know Nellie. You're in and out of the hotel asking for her.
Well, if it's Miss Nellie Wright you're talking about, I met her on the stage from Abilene.
Well, tie him up. We'll take no chances.
Certainly, Mr. Pollock. Certainly, but you got me all wrong.
Get him out of here and tie him up.
He's so innocent. How did he know my name? Look, Danny, we're going to put a mask on him, make him ride with us in the morning. If he hasn't tipped off Earp, he'll be just another outlaw like us. But if we ride into trouble, so will he.
Mr. Gruber?
Yeah?
Oh, howdy, Marshal.
Clerk over at the hotel said Mr. Masterson came over here to ask you about a young lady renting a rig.
Oh, young fella, well-dressed. He a friend of yours?
That's right.
Well, I thought he was just a drunk. I saw two men loading him into the back end of a wagon.
Why didn't you report that?
Oh, Marshal, you know they're always collecting drunks for these cattle outfits.
What about the girl, Nellie Wright?
Oh, her. Well, she paid me for 2 days and moved to that old boarding house down by the Santa Fe.
Thank you. All right, I'll ask you just one question. What do you think Pollock's going to do to Bat?
Well, if Bat hasn't owned up to anything, Dave might treat him like he did Fish Daniels.
How's that?
We weren't too sure of Daniels on the Hannibal and St. Joe deal. So Dave put a mask on him and took him along.
I see.
Are you going out there and jump Dave tonight?
Guess I'll have to.
That's stupid. First thing they do is put a bullet in the guy, then they'd scatter in the dark. Why don't you let them come after the payroll?
So you could get the reward?
Why not? I'm risking my life. Let Masterson take a risk, too.
There are 2 deputies watching the house. You stay here. Or are you going to sleep in the jail? Now, I don't want a man to fire until I've taken my shot with the bunt line. That goes for you, Mr. Kenton, your Santa Fe men. Now, if Pollock brings Mr. Masterson along, I'm going to try to crease Mr. Masterson just enough to knock him off his horse.
Any man of mine fires, I'll crease them.
Fine. Let's get out there.
Time to put your mask on, Sonny.
There's a guard on that wagon, and he shoots me, I'm dead. If you get away with the money, I'm an outlaw.
That's tough. Put it on. All right.
Wagon's coming.
What? It's me! Get down, Bat! Let those guns! Get them off the horses!
It was a stupid stunt. I was aiming to crease you.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I didn't want a bullet in my head.
All right, all right.
It's not all right. Why didn't you come out and take me from Pollock's last night? But oh no, you're a cold-blooded John Law. You lay up there with your buntline special trying to put a crooked part in my hair.
Will you relax? It's all over, and you and Nellie will get a big reward. Hey, Pollock. How bad'd you get him? He's finished.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail, and none can deny it. The legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Long may his story be told.
Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
The friendship between Wyatt Earp and Ben Thompson, outlaw, killer, and one of the fastest hands with a .45 in the western country, was a great trial to Marshal Earp. He had won Ben's gratitude by saving his drunkard brother Bill from the gallows. In return, Ben had saved Wyatt from being bushwhacked in Wichita. Now, as Marshal of Dodge City, Wyatt would have been more than satisfied to call matters even.
All right, get your bets down, men. Here comes the next guy. Jimmy? Harry? Charlie?
Hold it, Ben.
What's wrong?
We want to see that deal box.
You calling me a cheat?
Yeah. You're a cheat.
You hit Buck Sandage. Looks like Thompson's finished. Come on, we gotta help Buck. He looks pretty bad. We better get him into Dodge.
Ben! Ben!
You sure Thompson's dead?
You killed him, you dirty tramp!
Oh, that's a fine thing. Get myself all busted up so I can't use a gun.
Shh. They might come back. You're gonna have to hole up in your room.
No, we'll make a run for it.
You can't. You can hide upstairs.
All right, if it's gotta be.
Dooley! Dooley, give me a hand here.
Wyatt. You still friends with Ben Thompson?
What'd he do now?
He just plugged Buck Sandage, foreman of the Circle Bar. Sandage was dead before they could get him to town.
Well, when you start gunning with Ben, that's what you can expect.
According to talk around the saloon, Sandage got it in the back.
Ben wouldn't do that. Where's Ben now?
I don't know. Some say he's dead, some say he's only wounded.
Where'd all this happen?
Out at the old Three Forks Tavern, out in the county. Bennett set up a faro game there.
Well, tell me inside.
Well, the Circle Bar boys sent for their boss, Riggs Miller. They say if Ben Thompson's not dead already, they're going to hang him.
Well, if he's still alive, I should let him hang. He never does anything according to law. Well, Sandage shoot him up?
Not by himself, no, sir. They say there was about a half a dozen Circle Bar boys in on it.
It sounds like Ben. He never did think about the odds in a gunfight. Blasting away against a half a dozen guns. You know, he's fast, but he's not that fast. Well, there's nothing I can do to help him. He can't expect me to...
Wyatt, how about me taking a couple of deputies and riding out there?
Why?
Look, Wyatt. I don't know Ben Thompson, but I do know Riggs Miller and the Circle Bar boys. They're nothing but a bunch of murdering hoodlums. See, they've never ridden into Dodge since you've been marshal. But ask anybody about them. Now, if I'd ever been friends with Ben Thompson, the first thing that I would...
All right. All right. I'm still friends with Ben. Lord's punishing me for my sins, I reckon.
Well, we all of us got a cross to bear of some kind of another.
I'll go. If Ben's still alive, he'll be expecting his dear old pal. But don't you mention this to anybody, understand?
Don't you want me to come along?
No. I can't mess in this officially. I've got to think up some kind of a trick to get out there so the Circle Bar won't know who I am.
Hey!
Dr. Murdoch. You got a Mr. Ben Thompson here?
You'll find him upstairs, Doc. My name's Miller, Riggs Miller, owner of the Circle Bar.
Ah, Mr. Miller, I'm glad to know you. Here, give me a hand.
I'll help you.
Thank you. Yeah, Doc McCarty said there'd been quite a gunfight.
Thompson killed my foreman.
Oh. Yeah, well, there must have been a lot of lead flying around, huh?
He shot Buck Sandage in the back. We want to know if Thompson's well enough to hang.
I'll tell you later.
Howdy.
Hold it. Who are you?
I'm Dr. Murdoch. Come to see Mr. Thompson.
You from Dodge City?
Yep.
The only doctor I know from there is Doc McCarty.
Well, I'm his new helper. Now, you want me to see Mr. Thompson or not?
I suppose you'll do. Go ahead.
Thank you, ma'am.
Oh, no, not you.
Howdy, Ben.
Wyatt, this is the most darn beautiful thing. I told Marcia you wouldn't risk it, but you
Nothing
did.
like that at all.
What do you mean?
Come here to put you under arrest.
What kind of a pal are you? What are you arresting me for?
Well, Riggs Miller told me that you shot one of his foremen in the back.
Now, you know me better than that, Wyatt. He was shot by one of his own stupid friends. That bunt line is really something.
You just lay back, take it easy. Doc McCarty gave me some medicine to douse you with here.
Try and get you to his office as soon as possible.
How many Circle Bar men are waiting downstairs?
About a half a dozen.
Well, I don't want you to make no fight for me. You just get me to a horse and let me make a run for it, all right?
Nope, you're my prisoner.
Can't you quit thinking like a John Law for 2 minutes? I could end up in jail. Then what? I'd have to stand trial, maybe get the rope or something.
Will you hold your hand still?
I had to know. How is he, Doctor?
Doctor?
He isn't a doctor?
No, Angel. This is my pal, Wyatt Earp. Wyatt, Miss Marcia Duval.
Howdy.
Are you really Ben's best friend?
I'm his best enemy.
What a mind for fun. He don't waste words like I do, Angel. He puts them all in a nutshell.
Best enemy? What's that?
Let me explain it to her, Wyatt. My dear friend here is going to take me down there through those Circle Bar men, then to Dodge City to stand trial for murder.
You call him a dear friend? Well, he's not a friend. If you were a true friend, you'd kill those men outside and turn Ben loose.
Now, honey, you just keep...
Please, both of you, look. Ben's got no other choice. If he doesn't come with me, well, the Circle Bar's going to lynch him. If he does go with me, I promise him a fair trial in Dodge. Now, you get in that buggy of mine and follow us to Dodge.
I'm with you, pal.
But, Ben, you
Now,
can't...
honey, you just keep still and listen to Wyatt. Go ahead, Wyatt.
Here, sit down. Now, I think I can stall Riggs Miller for a few minutes by telling him that you're about to die. Where are your horses?
Out back. They were. I'll see. They're still there, but a Circle Bar cowhand is watching them.
Miller's men have got their horses in the stable, huh?
Mm-hmm.
While I'm talking to Miller, I want you to go out and set fire to the stable. Can you do that?
Of course.
I told you he had brains. I'll sneak down the back stairs. And when all the excitement starts, I'll make a break for the horses, right?
No. You hide in the doorway until I get a chance to go around there and cover you.
He thinks of everything.
Look, Ben, there may be a hitch. Miller may get suspicious and not talk too long. So when you come out and head for the stable, you kind of cry a little bit, see, and just sort of wonder that way. If you hear any shooting, you know something went wrong. You get yourself on your horse the best way you can and pull him towards Texas.
Wait a minute. How do you know I ain't gonna do that anyway?
Well, you agreed to go back to Dodge. You never have lied to me yet.
He always was a mind reader.
But if you've got to go on trial in Dodge City...
Shut up. Go start the fire.
Well, Doc, how is he?
Not good. Not good at all, Mr. Miller. Oh, he's in a coma. He's got blood poison. Maybe last an hour, maybe less.
You sure?
Mr. Miller, I'm just giving you my professional opinion. We don't have any drugs out here to treat blood poisoning. In Mr. Thompson's case, we had... Well, I guess it happened.
Kind of sudden, wasn't it?
Mr. Miller, you can't hold a stopwatch on death. Guess you better go up there and sign that certificate.
Mind if I go along?
Nope. Just a second, Mr. Miller. I've decided that this is none of your business.
What?
Yeah, you're not a relative, Mr. Thompson. As a matter of fact, you're not even a close friend. You can't go up there. I said you couldn't go up there.
Why?
The boss went up to have a look at Ben Thompson. Let's go up and have a look ourselves, huh?
Okay.
On fire! Help! The stable's on fire!
All right, boys, get the horses out of there. Come on, get the horses out, boys. Hey, you men in the bunkhouse, there's water on there. Ah, come on, get the horses out.
Ben.
Some water on that fire. All right, boys, come on, hurry up. Get those horses out there. Come on, up. Look, there's Ben in the dock. It's a trick. Hit the saddle, men. After him.
What are we stopping here for? We don't have too much of a lead.
You need a rest. Come on.
Just give me a drink. I'll be all right. It's right here in my
I'll give
pocket.
it to you on the ground. Come on.
Swing your leg over. Now watch. Watch it.
Here.
Come on. Come on.
How do you feel?
Pretty sore. Wyatt, they're going to be along here any minute now. Those people down in Dodge will probably turn in a hanging verdict anyway, so why don't you just go ahead on and save them the trouble?
Because I don't like Riggs Miller. Anyway, those cowhands don't know how far this whole bunt line can shoot. Try and pick a couple of them off their horses. I think it's a buffalo gun shooting at them. Well, here they come.
They got a rifle. Take for cover.
Go ahead. Cripple the rest of them.
There's no point in it, then. They've had enough.
You got local. We got 3 men hit.
Getting back on their horses?
Yeah, but I'll make you bet they turn around.
How much you want to bet?
Quart of ice-cold milk?
Done, you reckless, plunging gambler, you. One quart of ice-cold milk, I always say. You know, you're pretty good with that overgrown colt.
It's no colt. It's a stallion.
I'll never stop thanking Mr. Buntline for having it made for me. Can you make it to Dodge?
I'll be there when they hang me. Come on. Well, I'll be doggone. Angel, you got wings.
Get your hands up, Mr. Earp. This is as far as Ben goes with you.
Now, honey, we don't point guns at our friends, so give Mr. Earp the gun.
It's not what he says, it's what the jury will say.
Are you going to give him that gun?
It's foolish to trust a jury. Ben, I'm begging you. You know better than...
Marcia, give me that gun.
Give the man the gun.
What will you do if they convict him?
Miss Marcy, I promised Ben he'd get justice. Here, you ride in the buggy with her.
You know, if I could use my hands, Angel, I'd give you a good spanking. He's already saved me from the circle bar rope, and if I got a hang in Dodge, we'll be square. I owe him a hanging.
I'm afraid you put Mr. Hunt in a difficult position as circuit attorney, Wyatt. He thinks Thompson's sure to be convicted.
Why?
The Circle Bar outfit has 10 witnesses ready to swear Thompson shot their foreman in the back. Now, who's going to testify for Thompson?
Well, I can't betray a confidence. Anyway, I don't think Mr. Hunt would want to take unfair advantage.
No, but I still think Thompson ought to plead guilty. I'll be as moderate as the evidence allows.
Thank you, Judge. But Ben says he's innocent.
Very well. One last point. I hope you don't get involved, Wyatt. I know you feel indebted to Thompson, but there's a limit. Oh. Good night, Wyatt.
Good night, sir.
That'll be all, Mr. Thompson.
Your Honor, the defendant has told his story of what happened. Since he is not represented by counsel, the court should be reminded that the defendant is entitled to offer witnesses in support of his character and reputation for the truth. Mr. Thompson, do you wish to offer witnesses to your character?
Well, my pal, Marshal Earp said he'd put in a word for me.
Marshal Earp. Marshal? The defendant wishes you to testify as a character witness.
All right, Mr. Hunt.
You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Take the stand. Marshal Earp, how long have you known the defendant?
Well, about 4 years, sir.
And what would you say is his general reputation for telling the truth?
Well, I'd say it was good, sir.
On what do you base your opinion?
Well, Mr. Thompson's never lied to me or anybody else, as far as I know.
You say he tells the truth. What is your opinion of his character in general?
It's bad, sir.
The court asked that you explain more specifically to the jurors.
Well, sir, Mr. Thompson is a gambler, and sometimes he cheats.
Isn't he a notorious gunman?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Thompson has killed several men in gunfights?
Yes, he has.
And what would you say of his reputation for morals?
You mean with women?
Yes.
Well, his reputation is bad.
A crooked gambler, a killer, a man with no moral scruples in his treatment of women, and yet you say that his story here of the killing of Buck Sandage can be the truth?
Yes, sir. Mr. Thompson doesn't have to shoot anybody in the back. He's as fast with a gun as I am.
And is he as truthful as you are, Marshal?
Well, I think so, yes, sir.
Isn't his truthfulness inconsistent with the rest of his character?
No, sir. You see, Mr. Thompson's done a lot of bad things, but, well, he has a great respect for the truth, and he's always been loyal to a friend.
Are you a friend of his, Marshal?
No, sir. Well, Mr. Thompson thinks of me as a friend, but I can't honestly say that I am. He's usually on the other side of the wall.
Then you're not qualified to testify as to his loyalty.
Yes, sir, I am.
Now, how's that?
Well, sir, when I was bringing Mr. Thompson into Dodge, why, Miss Marcia there, she got the drop on me with the gun, and, well, Mr. Thompson could have escaped, but he didn't. No, sir. Instead, he had Miss Marcia hand the gun over to me.
Out of loyalty to you.
Well, we made a deal.
A deal?
Yes, sir. I told Mr. Thompson that if he and Miss Marcia would cooperate with me, I'd try and save him from being lynched by the Circle Bar outfit.
Just what does the word cooperate mean in this so-called deal?
He agreed to come to Dodge with me and stand trial.
And in refusing to run away, he kept his word.
Yes, sir. He sure did.
Mr. Hunt, your witness.
State has no questions, Your Honor.
You may step down, Marshal Earp.
In fact, the state will waive closing argument and ask the court to instruct the jury.
Very well. Gentlemen, the issue in this case is quite simple. Did the defendant, Mr. Thompson, tell the truth? Now, if you believe that he did, it's your duty.
Here's how I see it. Marshal Earp told the whole truth, good and bad, about Thompson. The telling point to me was that Ben is faster than a snake's tongue with a .45. You don't have to shoot no men in the back. And come to think of it, I never heard of Ben lying to anybody, did you? So my vote is for acquittal. All in favor? Aye. We'll go tell the judge. Ben ain't guilty.
Fine thing. Jury sets me free, and right away you gotta run me out of town. I don't want any trouble. I can understand that, Wyatt. But is this any way to treat your pal, not even letting him have his guns? What are people gonna think?
I don't care what they think. You're a bad character and you never caused me anything but trouble. Quit calling me pal. Stop bragging about us being friends.
Now, I know you don't mean that. I love you like a brother.
Oh, look, Ben.
What is it?
Briggs Miller and one of his hoodlums. That doorway yonder.
Give me a gun.
You can't shoot.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. Just put it in my right hand here.
All right. If they jump us, we take Miller. I don't want to be tempted.
You better quit this shooting to cripple, Wyatt. One of these days it's going to be fatal. To you. Where do you hit, pal?
On the leg.
Here, take my arm.
Never mind, it's just a nick.
Wyatt, you're hurt.
Yeah, he's hurt. Come you men, help me get him over to the doc's office.
Look, leave me alone. I'm all right. I can do it myself.
There, you see, you can't be too careful. Marcia, you and me are going to have to stay with Wyatt. Nurse him night and day.
Yes, Ben.
What did I ever do to deserve this? Look, will you leave me alone? I can do it myself. I can get there all right.
You run on ahead. Get the doc ready. A couple of you men get this street cleaned up here.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail. Oh, Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Long may his story be told.
শুনেন, কালকের খেলায় আপনি হারবেন। বাবা কনফিডেন্স দেখছো মেয়ে।
যদি না হারছেন তাহলে কিন্তু বললাম এটা দিয়ে আমি আমার হাতে আপনার নাম লিখুন।
মানে
মানে তো তখনই বুঝবেন যখন এটা দায় আপনার উপর পড়বো।
সমস্যা থেকে ওই দিনকা তোরে হাত খরচের লেগা 5,000 টাকা দিয়েছিলাম। আবার টাকা টাকা কি গাছে ধরে?
আব্বা জান, আপনি তো কত টাকাই কামান, 5,000 টাকা দিলে আপনার কি হয়? আমি আপনার একমাত্র আমার মাইয়া, তো আমার পিছনে খরচ করবেন না কার পিছনে করবেন? আমার একটা কুর্তি পছন্দ হয়েছে, ওই কুর্তি আমি কিনতে চাই।
কুর্তি মূর্তি লেহেঙ্গা ওড়না এসব দিয়ে তো ঘর বইরে গেছে, হাঁটুনের বি জায়গা নাই। মন চায় তোর এগুলা নাইজেরিয়া বুলগেরিয়া আর উগান্ডায় পাঠাইয়া দে। আচ্ছা এত কিছু কিনার দরকার নাকি?
কি করতেছেন আব্বা? একটা শখ করছি, শখের দাম লাখ টাকা। শখ যদি না মিটে তাহলে এই জীবন রেখা লাভ কি? আপনি যদি আমার টাকা না দিচ্ছেন তাহলে কিন্তু আমি কয়ে দিলাম ব্লেড দিয়ে হাত কেটে নাম লেখা ফেলাম।
আচ্ছা ব্লেড দিয়ে এই কুর্তির লেগে হাত কাটানোর দরকার নাই, আমি বাইরে যাওয়ানোর সময় তোরে টাকা দিয়ে যাবো।
থ্যাংক ইউ আব্বা।
আচ্ছা লাইলি, তুমি এরকম প্রতিদিন কোনো পড়াই কমপ্লিট করছো না, আমি কিন্তু তোমাকে আর পড়াতে আসবো না।
আসেন না, আপনারা ক্যাথাই কইছি আইতে, আমি কইছি
শেষ পর্যন্ত তোমার বাবার কাছে আমাকে কমপ্লেন করতে হবে।
আপনি আমার বাপের কাছে কমপ্লেন করবেন?
পড়াশোনা করছো না, বাবার কাছে কমপ্লেন করবো না? অবশ্যই করবো।
ঠিক আছে, আপনি যান, আপনি আমার বাপের কাছে কমপ্লেন করেন, এদিকে আমি ব্লেড দিয়ে হাত কেটে আপনার হাতের নাম লেখা রাখবো এখান দিয়ে।
কি বলতে চলেছ? দেখো, এইবার না হয় আমি তোমার বাবার কাছে কমপ্লেন করবো না, কিন্তু তুমি যদি পরীক্ষায় ডাব্বা মারো তাহলে তো আবার আমি শেষ।
ও তুমি
ডরাইছেন?
ডরাবো কেন? মাগে এরকম আটকা মায়ামনের সামনে চলে আসলে তো একটু চিন্তা লাগেই। আর কালকে আবার তোমার মামার সাথে চ্যালেঞ্জ, বইলা এসো শেষবার মতো চুলদারি আশ্রয় আসতে।
শুনেন, কালকের খেলায় আপনি হারবেন।
বাবা কনফিডেন্স দেখছো মেয়ে।
যদি না হারছেন তাহলে কিন্তু বললাম এটা দিয়ে আমি আমার হাতে আপনার নাম লিখুন।
মানে
মানে তো তখনই বুঝবেন যখন এটা দায় আপনার উপর পড়বো। সরেন।
আরে ভাই নাম লিখবা মানে? কি মুসিবতে বললাম, জিততে না পারে এখন 2 নাম্বারই। কি সমস্যা? যাইতে দিছ না কেন?
সমস্যা আমার না আপনার। আপনি মানুষ না খুনি?
মানে
মানে বুঝেন না? কালকে কি করছেন? কাচির লগে কি মিলাচ্ছেন? পেট খারাপের ওষুধ।
দেখো এখন কিন্তু বাড়াবাড়ি হইতেছে। তোমরা কাচ্চি খাইতে চাইছো, আমি খাওয়াইছি ব্যাস। কারণ কারো যদি পেট পাতলা হয়ে যায়, কেউ যদি হজম করতে না পারে, সেটা তো তার সমস্যা, আমার না।
বাড়াবাড়ি আমরা করছি না আপনারা করছেন? মানে ইচ্ছে করে আপনারা খান নাই কালকে, তাই না? যাতে আমার লগে প্রতিশোধ নিতে পারেন।
আর যদি নিতে চাই সেটা কি দোষ? 3 বার ঘুরি চ্যাম্পিয়ন আমি, তোমার কারণে আমার হারতে হয়েছে।
হারছেন তো কি হচ্ছে? মাঝে মাঝে কিছু জিতবার লাগা কিছু হারতে হয়।
এই তোমার কাছে হাইরা আমি কি জিতছি? হ্যাঁ
আমারই জিতছেন, আমার মন জিতছেন।
এই দেখো তুমি আমার আবার কোনো কিছু তো ফাঁসে দিচ্ছ, আমি বুঝছি। এইসব ফান্দে আমি পা দিতেছি না, প্লিজ।
আমি আপনারে ফাঁসাই নাই, আপনি আমারে ফাঁসাইছেন। আমি তো আপনার প্রেমে পড়ে গেছি ফ্রি মাস্টার।
এক চক্কর।
আপনি আমার মারবেন, মারেন, কাটতেও ফালান, কিন্তু আমি আপনার ভালোবাসি, এটাই সায়েন্স।
হ্যাঁ এর জন্যই তো সায়েন্সে মারো ডাব্বা।
যতই অপমান করেন, শাদি তো আপনার আমার লগেই হইব।
তোমার মতো মেয়ের সাথে শাদি দূরে থাক, প্রেম পর্যন্ত করতে রাজি নাই আমি। আর এইসব ব্লেড ফেড দিয়ে কোনো কাজ হবে না, আমি ভয় পাই না আর।
দেখবো চন্দ্র তুমি কি করো।
Và biết đều hiểu. Được mà nó cũng chuẩn chỉ chứ. cái khổng lồ ấy. Chỉ lấy một cái đéo là nhét lên cái khổng lồ vậy thì sao? Vinh chưa lên không nhặt trước lần nữa. Hello guys. Tao nhìn chắc sẽ chinh choang chưa? Mấy thằng Trung Quốc cũng ra này. Đây có thằng điên xin ở Philippines, thì nó thích Philippines không? Còn hàng con lợn 34 tỷ nhỉ? Bay đến 80 triệu. Mời đồng yes bay. Rồi nguyên nhà, đéo giờ đánh nguyên nhà vào. Không, chết một con kia đấy. Kia phải đét. Thì mấy con này ở dưới mình sẽ quay một cười nó chịu. Mà tắc kè này, nhìn như con nhái. Bên chia lên không. Đúng vậy. Nghiêng rồi, nghiêng rồi. Ai đánh bộ khởi đầu đúng không vậy? Cộng một tướng à? Không, ai đánh bộ khởi đầu cũng thầy à? Thôi thầy xin phép vậy. Còn tiền 3 sao tiếp 3 thì check bài á, không có thằng đánh á. Phải có oan thì sao? Không phải. Đánh thần rừng à? À đâu? Hiệu này đánh là sút rồi. Bình chi lên bay rồi 35 củ 35 củ 35.000 hai lap này kia chắc bay như ác quỷ 800 năng lượng vì bớt 16 mà triệu quay kia qua này. 16 triệu rồi à? Thôi từ từ, thế tiếp tục về kia một lap một để vớt này. Và 230 củ con phù thủy à.
মজা হয়েছে? অসাধারণ হয়েছে। এই এ মেয়ে কি করে?
ওই তুই ওরে দেখ চমকে উঠছিস কেলা? ওর নাম লাইলি আর আজকে সব ওই রান্না করছে।
কি?
হ্যাঁ আম্মা জান আমার পোলা কথা কইছিলাম না?
ইস এরকম জঘন্য রান্না আমি জিন্দেগি দেখাই নাই।
আপনি কেন টানতেছেন? আমারে দেন, আমারে দেন।
থাক আম্মা জান থাক, আমি তো পারতাছি।
সমস্যা না, আপনার বাসার সামনে না, আমি আগা দিতেছি, চলেন।
তুমি কেঠা মা? আমি তো চিন্তা পারতেছি না কোনখানে বাসা?
আমার সামনে মহল্লা বাসা। আমার নাম লাইলি।
ও লাইলি, তুমি কি আমার চিনো?
জি না খালাম্মা, আসলে আপনি তো আমার মায়ের বয়সী, বুঝছেন না? তা আমার মা যদি এরকম বাজারে ব্যাগ টানতো আমি তো দিতাম না, আমি লয়ে নিতাম।
ও আচ্ছা।
তো খালাম্মা আপনার কোনো পোলা মায়া নাই?
আছে তো, আমার একমাত্র পোলা আছে।
তো চ্যাংড়া পোলা থাকতে আপনার বাজারে যেতে হয় গেলা?
তুমি যে কি কও, তুমি কিন্তু খুব ভালো কথা কইছো। আমি আসলে বাসায় দিকে তো মাঝে মাঝে নিজে হাট বাজার করি। তা আম্মা জান তুমি কেমনে জানলা আমার পোলা চ্যাংড়া?
ও আপনার বয়স দেখে আন্দাজ করছি আর কি, আপনার পোলা চ্যাংড়াই হবো। এইটা আপনার বাচ্চা?
হ্যাঁ, এই যে আইসা পড়ছে, আমার বাসা আইসা পড়ছে। চাও তুমি এত কষ্ট করছো, একটু চা পানি খিলাও।
না না আজকে না, খালাম্মা আরেকদিন আসুন।
আচ্ছা
আপনি নিশ্চয়ই কষ্ট পাইছেন তাই না? কষ্ট পাইলে মানে আপনি কইছেন আমারে, আমি যদি না যাই তাহলে তো খারাপ দেখে। তো আজকেই যাই তাহলে,
চলো। আসো বাজান।
বাহ
কি আম্মাজান?
আপনার বাসা খালাম্মা খুব সুন্দর আপনার বাসা।
ও আমি তো ভাবতেছিলাম তুমি আমার ছেলের কথা কইতাছো। মাশাআল্লাহ আমার ছেলে সুন্দর আছে না?
আছে আর কি ওই আছে।
আচ্ছা আম্মাজান তুমি কি খাইবা? তোমার কি পছন্দ?
আপনার পোলাই কি পছন্দ করে?
ও তো যা পায় তাই খায়।
যা পায় তাই খায়, তার অবশ্য দেখে বোঝা যায়।
কিছু কইতাছো?
না খালাম্মা কিছু কইতেছি না, মানে কইতে চাইছি যে সবার তো একটা প্রিয় খাদ্য থাকে, তারটা কি?
হ আছে তো, গরুর গোশত। গরুর গোশত পাইলে তো মাথায় ঠিক থাকে না, খুবই পছন্দের।
আচ্ছা কইতেছেন, আমারও গরুর গোশত খুব পছন্দ।
ঠিক আছে আম্মাজান তুমি বসো, গরুর গোশতই রান্না করবো, দুপুরে সাথে মিলে একসাথে খামু।
আরে আমি এখানে একা একা বসে কি করবো খালাম্মা, আমি যাই আপনারে সাহায্য করি একটু।
মাশাআল্লাহ কি লক্ষ্মী মাইয়া, আসো আসো।
মা মাংস যা হয়েছে না,
মজা হয়েছে?
অসাধারণ হয়েছে। এই এ মেয়ে কি করে?
ওই তুই ওরে দেখ চমকাই উঠছিস কেলা? ওর নাম লাইলি, আর আজকে সব ওই রান্না করছে।
কি?
হ্যাঁ আম্মাজান আমার পোলা কথা কইছিলাম না?
এরকম জঘন্য রান্না আমি জিন্দেগি দেখাই নাই।
কি কইতাছস? একটু কি কইলি অসাধারণ, এখন কইতাছস ফালতু। মাথা গেছে নাকি?
খালাম্মা আমার মনে হয় গরমে মাথা গিলু গলা গেছে গা।
এই মেয়ে তোমার সাহস তো কম না, তুমি এনে কেন আসছো?
খালাম্মা আপনার সামনে আমরা ধমকাইতেছে।
ওই তুই ওরে দাম গাছ গেলা? হ্যাঁ ও আইছে তো কি হয়েছে? তোর কোনো সমস্যা আছে? ও জানোস না আজকে আমার এই রান্না বান্না কত সাহায্য করছে?
জানতে চাই না, ওরা এখনই বাড়ি থেকে বাইরে যেতে বলো।
কি কথা চস? এত কিছু কষ্ট করে রান্না করে মাইটা না খাইয়ে চলে যাবো?
ও যদি এখান থেকে না যায় আমি বাইরে যাবো এখন।
খালাম্মা তোর মাথা নষ্ট হয়ে গেছে গা, আমি বরং আজকে যাই, আপনার থাকেন খান, আমি আরেকদিন এসে খামুনি।
আম্মাজান তুই এটা কি করলি? মা এটা খালি মুখে বিতে দিলি?
তুমি ওরে চিনো না আম্মা, খুব ডেঞ্জারাস।
আমার চিনার দরকার নেই, তুই বেশি করে খা।
তোর খামুই না।
Một bao nhiêu? 160 à, thì được phải làm một lần nữa, một hoặc hai lần nữa. Rồi một kỹ năng nữa, quay cho bay, bay trở lại, bay trở lại. À trời, tôi quay rồi sao? Chưa, 10 tiếng nữa. À, cần mất tính thời gian chơi game. Trốn. Good. Nói. Xong đấu này. Đấu sĩ à? Quyền năng đi. Quyền năng viết tiếng này. Số đồ hộ bố gái. Bao nhiêu à? 26 tỷ à? Người thì là 200 rồi. Người là 2 là 1 tỷ. Người là 5. Người là 5 lát. 9 lát. Năm 2 là 10. Đó, 200 lát rồi. 2 triệu một lát. 200 lát. 2, 4. Đó, đúng rồi, 40 củ. Ôi, trời ơi. Hai trăm mười lần nữa đấy. Một sống vậy à? bay hai nữa là lên 5 phút. Bay cũng chưa xong. Bên chi lên bình nhé, đúng nào? Olivia, ngon có cái chuyện của bạn đâu. Máu, máu, hôi máu, hôi máu, hôi máu, hôi máu.
মন্টুর বাসা ফাঁকা, খালি বাসা, পুরা খালি, খাওয়া দাওয়া নাই, তুমি আর আমি,
শুধু তুমি আর আমি,
একা
একা।
কত বড় সাহস তোর, হ্যাঁ? তুই সাহস পাইলি কিভাবে আমার নিয়ে খালি বাসায় যাবি? বাসায় আমার কথা বলো, বিয়ের কথা বলো, সিরিয়াস হও।
তুমি তো জানো আমার বাসার অবস্থা কি। এমন ভাই যেন পৃথিবীতে কারো ফ্যামিলি যেন না জন্মায়। মানে ওর জন্য আমি কিছুই হচ্ছে না, ও ফেল করে আর বিয়েটা হচ্ছে না, ফেল করতেছে আর হচ্ছে বিয়ে পিছাইতেছে, কিন্তু আমার লাইফটা কোথায় যাইতেছে সেটা তো কেউ চিন্তা করতেছে না। ও তো সেই ব্যাপারে কোনো টেনশনই নাই। আমি যে তোমাকে কত ভালোবাসি এটা কি ওকে আমি বলতে বুঝাইতে পারতেছি বলো? হ্যাঁ, আরে কি হয়েছে?
না, আমি আর বসে থাকতে পারবো না। এতক্ষণ ধরে রিকশায় বসে থেকে আমার ব্যাক পেন করতেছে।
কোথায় দেখি?
দেখতে হবে না, আমি আর
আচ্ছা, আশ্চর্য ব্যাপার, তোমার ব্যাক পেন হয়েছে তুমি আমাকে পার্সোনালি বলবা, সেই জায়গায় তুমি রিকশাওয়ালার সামনে বলছো, ব্যাপারটা কেমন না? তো কি হয়েছে দেখি?
দেখতে হবে না, আমি বাসায় যাবো, আমার বাসার সামনে দিয়ে আসো।
বাসায় যাওয়া মানে কি? আমরা বের হয়েছি কতক্ষণ বেবি? আমরা অল্প কতক্ষণ হয়েছে, মাত্র 2 ঘন্টা হয়েছে আমরা বের হয়েছি। আজকে আমরা সারাদিন ঘুরবো, খাওয়া দাওয়া করবো, তারপর হচ্ছে মন্টুদের বাসায় যাব, তারপরে আমরা যা হওয়ার তা করবো, মানে বাসায় যাবো আর কি। আবার
মন্টুর বাসায় কেন?
ওই যে আসলে হয়েছে কি, ওই যে মন্টুদের ম্যাচের মধ্যে আজকে বিরাট আয়োজনে খাওয়া দাওয়ার ব্যবস্থা করা হয়েছে, বুঝছো? তা আমাকে বললো যে তুই আসিস। এখন আমি তো একা যেতে পারি না, তুমি ছাড়া আমি কীভাবে যাবো বলো?
তাই তো, খাওয়া দাওয়া করবো আর কি করবো?
তারপর ধরো ওই যে মানে একটু বসলাম, আড্ডা দিলাম, গল্প করলাম, থাকে না এই আর কি।
হ্যাঁ, খাওয়া দাওয়া করবো, আড্ডা দিব, বিশ্রাম নিব। বাট তুমি আমাকে কি বলছিলা জানো?
কি?
মন্টুরা ট্যুরে গেছে বান্দরবন। তোমারও যাওয়ার কথা ছিল, কিন্তু যেহেতু তুমি আমার সাথে দেখা করবা, আমাদের একটা ডেটের প্ল্যান হয়েছে, দ্যাটস ওয়াই তুমি যাইতে পারো নাই। এখন আমার মন্টুর বাসায় দাওয়াতটা বুঝলাম
না, বলছিলাম না আসলে মানে আমি না ভুলে যাই সবকিছু, বুঝছো? মানে তুমি সামনে থাকার পর না আমি সবকিছু আউলে যাই, মনে থাকে না আর কি। হ্যাঁ, আর তুমিও পিছলাই যাও। হ্যাঁ, না না কিছু বলি নাই, কি বলবো, কিন্তু মানে ব্যাপারটা হচ্ছে কি, আমার না একটা জিনিস নিয়ে খুব মন খারাপ হচ্ছে। মানে স্ট্রবেরিটার কথা শুনে না খুব মন খারাপ হইতেছে।
কি
মানে মানে স্ট্রবেরি, যে
স্ট্রবেরি কি
চকলেট, মানে তোমার জন্য চকলেট বলতে ললিপপ, তোমার জন্য দুটো মানে স্ট্রবেরি ফ্লেভারের চকলেট আনছিলাম, তো ওগুলোর কথা না খুব মনে পড়ছিল। মানে ওয়েলকাম।
শোনো, এসব ভাওতাবাজি বাদ দিয়ে কাজের কাজ করো, বাসায় আমার কথা বলো, বিয়ের কথা বলো, সিরিয়াস হও।
তুমি তো জানো আমার বাসার অবস্থা কি। এমন ভাই যেন পৃথিবীতে কারো ফ্যামিলি যেন না জন্মায়। মানে ওর জন্য আমি কিছুই হচ্ছে না, ও ফেল করে আর বিয়েটা হচ্ছে না, ফেল করতেছে আর হচ্ছে বিয়ে পিছাইতেছে, কিন্তু আমার লাইফটা কোথায় যাইতেছে সেটা তো কেউ চিন্তা করতেছে না। ও তো সেই ব্যাপারে কোনো টেনশনই নাই। আমি যে তোমাকে কত ভালোবাসি এটা কি ওকে আমি বলতে বুঝাইতে পারতেছি বলো? হ্যাঁ,
অনেক প্রবলেম না?
খুব প্রবলেম।
আমার কাছে একটা সলিউশন আছে।
কি সলিউশন?
চলো আমরা পালাই বিয়ে করে ফেলি। দেখো, তোমার বাসায় প্রবলেম আছে, আমার বাসায় অনেক প্রবলেম আছে, বাট আই এম সিরিয়াস। এসব বাসার প্রবলেম এত পাত্তা দিলে চলবে না। পালাই বিয়ে করে ফেলি।
বেবি, তোমাকে আমি এই কারণে এত লাভ করি, তোমার ইন্টেলেকচুয়াল হাইট এত বেশি যে কোন দিন জানি তোমার সাথে থাকতে থাকতে আমার হাইটটাও 6 গিয়ে পৌঁছে যাবে।
6 কি? ফিট, ইঞ্চ নাকি সেন্টিমিটার?
না না, ফিটই তো, ফিট।
ও মন্টু বাসায় নেই তাই না?
না না, বাসায় নাই তো।
তাহলে মন্টুর বাসায় আমরা যাবো কিভাবে?
কারণ চাবি আছে তো আমার পকেটে।
চাবি?
হ্যাঁ।
মন্টুর বাসা ফাঁকা, খালি বাসা,
পুরা খালি,
খাওয়া দাওয়া নাই, তুমি আর আমি,
শুধু তুমি আর আমি,
একা
একা।
কত বড় সাহস তোর! হ্যাঁ, তুই সাহস পাইলি কিভাবে আমার নিয়ে খালি বাসায় যাবি? তুই কি মনে করছস আমাকে বলবি যে চলো আমরা খালি বাসায় যাই, তোর সাথে আমি ফুরফুর করে চলে যাব?
ঠিক আছে, না গেলে তো আর কিছু করার নাই।
পিছলাইতেছ না? আসলে তুমি না আমাকে নিয়ে সিরিয়াস কিনা আমি সেটাই বুঝি না। আমি বাসায় একা একাই যাচ্ছি, আর তোরে ললিপপ তুই খা খা খা।
বেবি, বেবি ললিপপ।
Rồi, bye bye. Nhà đi đâu qua. Rồi, phải đủ có bài, kiếm tiền. 36 phải kiếm 80 triệu. Tăng 80 triệu. 80 triệu để quay 10 lần của chiến sĩ sinh hoạt kia. Thằng của đây sinh cũng căng đấy. 37 ta lợi dụng đấy. Ui, thua. Tận đại. Xong rồi bà bay 36 mời cái bước lại nha. Hả? Không perfect. Chưa buồn đấy. Đó, đi. Đây, chút rồi. Chút rồi. Chút rồi. Chết rồi. Ui, xong đấu à? Lòng rất là mở trên tàu. Rồi 2 lần có tới gia đình, 3 lần có tới gia đình, 4 lần, 5 lần, 22 tiền sắp được nước màu này 39 tí năng lượng giống hải ở đây ạ, theo một tí năng lượng giống nhỉ. Đâu cái gì chỉ cần nói nha. Tí năng lượng mà nó nên nhớ lượng vãi. Cái kiếm uy lực. Ui, baby à, hút, hút,
ড্রেস চেঞ্জ করতেছিস? চেঞ্জ করিস না, চল একটা টিকটক বানাই। টিকটক? হ্যাঁ টিকটক, চল।
স্যার নর্মাল আছে প্রেশার, নিচেরটা 80, উপরটা আছে 120।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
খামটা দে।
স্যার এটা কি আশ্চর্য দেখছিস, 1000 টাকা দিল প্রেশার মারতে। তাও
তুই জানিস উনি কে? উনি এই শহরে অনেক বড় ধনী লোক। এমন কোনো মসজিদ মাদ্রাসা নাই যে উনি দান করেন নাই। এমনকি আমাদের এই হাসপাতালও ওনার চ্যারিটি হেল্প ছিল।
ও ভালো লোক।
ড্রেস চেঞ্জ করতেছিস? চেঞ্জ করিস না, চল একটা টিকটক বানাই। টিকটক? হ্যাঁ টিকটক, চল। ঠিক আছে, এই ড্রেসটা পরবো? এটা পর।
Rưỡi rồi Quang, đi học từ 5:30 bắt xe buýt ở bến xe Mỹ Đình nhập từ 5:30 sao? Bắt là phải tách ra cùng có độc hành mà sửa bình bình ấy, đúng gói đấy, đúng gói đấy. Xong có độc hành nó xếp như vậy gì? Lại nhập nhập. Yes. Cái điều vô Baran à? Baran à vô? Cái gì? Sana Muropului. Ai à, mày quá đi. Anh đây rồi đấy. Anh từ master lên đây rồi. Tôi thường muốn vàng, muốn con na, Ani, muốn con na, Ani, muốn con na, Ani, muốn con na, Ani. Em cũng ở đây rồi. Giàu nữa. Nhưng mà Hồng Minh con lại yêu em vào đấy đâu. Đừng clear. Mày Mày cứ game. Ê Dương ơi, tao lấy tướng không? Tao chạy ngang qua tướng ấy đến nó trước, mà còn cái chạy dọc xuống mà sao tao vẫn lấy được chứ? Sơn bố à? Game chôn à? Sơn bố. Cái gì cơ? Đúng rồi, sao mày đi rồi, mày đi. ông ông còn ai? Thằng Lào à? Thằng Lào Vũ. rồi phải làm ấy nhở, đéo được phép. Mà vẫn thay trường chương 10 đánh bài dân na ảo đéo chịu được. Dân na lắc ảo lắm vua. Ông Quang phải bại của Hoàng Lập Tiến đúng không? Nghe cũng nghe không học kinh doanh. Nghe chôn lắm. Chuẩn rồi, broccoli ơi, chuẩn đấy, sự chuẩn đấy. Bài dân Nam bị ngu à? Ê Dương ơi, bài dân Nam lắc. Tao tay yếu, khỏe đéo chịu được. Những người có đéo đâu. Ai chúng ngu nhỉ? Gây lộ ông. Cô đánh trong trận cờ. Ê, bắn vào ra không ơi? Đấy ghê. Rồi bị bản đấy. Tôi rất giờ đâu phải ngồi ngoài trời đấy. Còn ngày khỏe nhờ, mình thắng không nhở? Mình khỏe điết mà. Đầu nó độc cái lều à? Rồi, thằng này khỏe rồi, đang yếu điết. Ngon, để cái dọc luôn. Đâu thằng Cường. Mày sai tao sao? Sai. Điểm sôi sục và quá. Ai bảo nhện đâu. Sụp mặt lắm mà. Có Annie phải không? Có Annie nhỉ bạn? Đúng rồi, thì có Annie. Thằng này nhót đi, để cho ông. Có chơi để cho Annie thì chỉ chuẩn. Bảo Linh à, Bịch Lao à? Bạn thôi à? Bạn thôi. Đu đu à? Thôi nó chịu được. Mày ăn đi mày ra khỏe hơn đấy, một độc nuôi ơi. Hoàng Hạ Long à. Mày Hạ Long cay à? Mày xinh không? Kinh vậy. Không phải ok, ở cái qua làm cũng chưa được chỉnh kìa. Quang à? Quang à? Quang Anh à? Sao nhót tại Hiếu? Tại hôm nay thi thành tích à? Hôm nay vừa anh thấy có thằng đăng bài mà Hiếu. Vừa thấy anh thấy đăng bài là những bạn được 8 điểm cộng trở lên cứ kêu thấp. Mình còn được 3,5 đây này. Hiếu đăng à? Bao nhiêu mà kiếm? 7 à? 7 à? 7. Ai à? 5 à? 5. Sai. Sai 5. Vẫn kém chỉ có 5 rồi. Câu nào cũng làm được nhưng mà làm sai. Mày không Hiếu ơi. Nhưng không phải có điện thoại của Hiếu. Ôi cái điện thoại không chưa hả? Anh bảo không phải kê có điện thoại không phải. Điện thoại mới. What? Cải thiện không? Học cải thiện không Hiếu? Quang đi rồi. Đi. Đâu, ý là đi ấy, đi rồi học em đi. Ê vậy, broccoli. Căng ấy. Tưởng Hiếu về quê lấy điện thoại cái gì mà. Ở đấy, nhưng mà dịch lắm Hiếu ơi, Bạch Hầu 15k em một ở Bắc Giang. À, còn 7k nữa. Hơn Covid, sự là mạnh hơn Covid đấy. Ok, quỷ hơn Covid mà, cái này mạnh hơn Covid, mạnh hơn đấy. Try học cái thiện luôn. Tuấn đâu rồi? Tuấn đi rồi. Trả trước chuẩn không broccoli ơi. Chuyện gì? Rồi, kích vậy rồi nói.